From here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Coogan's go time on a Tuesday morning. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. 24-hour rule in effect. The only thing I will say as we sit here on game week Tuesday, Christmas Eve matchup, you always wonder just how much effect there is when you play football games around the holidays like that, right? On Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. We got another full weekend of ball, though. Another doubleheader on Saturday. The Jags game Sunday, 4:05 in Tampa. I'm very happy that it's late because listen, I'm like all y'all out there, a lot of you out there. I'm getting the Christmas, holiday assignments. They're rolling in this week, right? We all sit at a CEO table and we just wait for them to roll in. Oh, we're doing here. We're going to this there. And so I learned yesterday, we're doing Christmas Eve at the in-laws. And then I got the good news at noon. Not for nothing, gang, because I don't think anybody's up listening, but with the Jag starting at 4:05 and yours truly having the job he does, means I can go over there at noon and I'm really sorry, I got to go. It's 3 o'clock. I
Got to clear it.
Got to see that game. I just can't watch it like y'all do. I have to really
I
pay
gotta
attention.
work.
Really got to pay attention. I'd love to stay here and watch it through the wrapping paper, but I'm going to have to head back to the house. This is kind of what struck me as I drove in today. Trying to actually hold myself to the 24-hour rule and dump this negativity and this disappointment of the last 3 weeks and move along. We are okay except for this. We are out of yeah buts. We're out of yeah buts. All right, we lost a couple games earlier, 1 or 2. Yeah, but there's a lot of season left. We'll get better. We lost a couple games at home early. Yeah, but that'll straighten itself out. We, lost a Monday nighter to Cincinnati at home that we had the lead and probably should have put away. And yeah, but we still got a 2-game lead in the division. Yeah, but, we're tied now with not just one but 2 teams. That's where the Jaguars stand. 1 loss while this thing remains in a tie, and you put yourself in a very vulnerable position. Jags own the tiebreakers. This just in quick math. Tiebreakers don't work if the other team's ahead of you. I believe, E.T., you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Texans and the Colts play each other again this year. But I could be. Am I wrong on that?
You are not wrong.
Okay. So one of those 2 dudes is going to lose, and we could go back to that comfy math we talked about a week ago, although it feels like now that's just kind of like a loser's lament. That's like loser's insurance. We only got to go 2-2 unless they go 4-0. How about we go get back to Jaguars football and win a road game? I said as we ended the show yesterday, we've gotten outpunched in the heavyweight weight class, right? Kansas City has beaten us convincingly. San Francisco has beaten us convincingly. Now Baltimore has beaten us convincingly.
All the big boys.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could argue Buffalo is kind of sliding its way back into big boy territory, but, they've spent most of the year in a similar predicament to us. Probably not playing as to the level that they hoped. And we have at times. Buffalo didn't at all. They are now, and we're not. It's that long NFL season where the momentum and the runs can go a bunch of different places in a 17-game season. But the yeah buts are out of the way now, and the Jaguars need to play good football. And as I said, they've gotten out-punched when they stepped into the ring against a true heavyweight almost every time this year. But we are the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. I shouldn't say undisputed. Both Cincinnati and Cleveland maybe brings that into question. But until this 3-game losing streak, every middle light heavyweight that's come our way, we've sent home with a KO. The New Orleans and Atlantas and Pittsburghs and Indianapolis's, that level team, right? Those guys, we've held our own for the most part. We did drop a game to Houston. You feel like you shouldn't lose. The home game to Cincinnati really stings. It has sent this thing down the wrong path. The injuries continue to crop up. We'll let you hear the latest on Trevor Lawrence and the concussion protocol. They definitely need their quarterback as they go to Tampa. Let's not mistake a bad game, a poor performance, unmet expectations to this point with some ruse that there's any other option anywhere near as good as number 16 playing quarterback. Tampa has been a weird team themselves. The Bucs this year at one point, much like the Jaguars are now, were not so proud owners of a 3-game losing streak. In fact, I believe the Bucs piled up 4 in a row at one point. I'm looking at the playoff field right now. It really has been a crazy year from this standpoint. The Jags at 8-5, division leader, lost 3 in a row at one point this year. The Bills lost 3 in a row at one point this year. The Colts lost 3 in a row at one point this year. The Bucs have lost 3 in a row at one point this year. The Niners have lost 3 in a row at one point this year. And now, after Monday Night Football, the Philadelphia Eagles have lost 3 in a row at one point this year. Now, there's an abundance of factors that could affect your mood or mentality if your team has lost 3 straight. The Niners, as they lost their 3 straight, remember, they were injured. They were banged up. But Purdy had left the game. They were playing road games. Debo and McCaffrey, and they were all just kind of a unsorted mess, and they ran into a bit of a buzzsaw. It included, by the way, Cincinnati going on the road and beating the 49ers in a Sunday nighter. But back to my point, I just rattled off 6 teams that if the playoffs started today, they would be in them, minus Buffalo, who seems to be trending back that way. And all of them have 3-game losing streaks. In fact, I almost feel like if the Elias Sports Bureau or the analytics department or ESPN Plus or FPI, whoever wants to do it, I bet you we are going to reach a record with a playoff field with the most teams that lost at least 3 games in a row this year. Because as I said, those are good. The Eagles and Niners are really good teams. The Bucs are a division leader. The Jags are a division leader. The Bills had big expectations. All these teams have lost 3 in a row at one point this year. And that's where the Jaguars sit, and that's where we are completely out of buts. If they lose this weekend, there is no, but we got 2 left, can still go 9-8. But we still own the tiebreaker. It's time, if we are what they have told us we are, what we from our own eyes have seen at times, if they are those things, they will go to Tampa and win, just as they went to New Orleans and won, just as they went to London and beat the Falcons, just as they went to Houston and beat the Texans, just as, you see what I'm saying? Now, arguably, the Jags are a little more banged up, a little more beat up. Add Zay Jones to the walking wounded, and we're now down 2 of the 3 receivers, and the third that we're left with leaves us wanting a little bit more, doesn't he, Calvin Ridley? We do have, but there's a lot of ball left, and still much for the Jaguars to accomplish. But it was hard, especially yesterday, to not feel a little deflated, depressed, and quite frankly, a loss of confidence based on what has happened. The Eagles are currently in their 3-gamer, more on that in a second. But let's be honest, the Bucs, the Bills, the Niners, they've all bounced back fantastically from 3-game losing streaks. 3 teams playing among the hottest football in the league right now. The Bills, the Bucs, the Niners. Jaguars have an injury situation that hopefully just continues.
Hello, Googans.
Hello, Dan. The Jaguars have an injury the Jaguars have an injury situation that will in some ways get better, and in some ways we are stuck with what we are. Not getting Christian Kirk back. You sit Zay Jones for the next month, and you hope like heck that, I guess the latest is a hamstring injury. You hope that sorts itself out. You hope to get Tyson Campbell back. You think you'll get Andre Cisco back. Cam Robinson, you'd like to believe, will come back. Going to get relatively healthy. But I will say this. While it's in our nature to focus on the negative, the woe is me, the sky is falling, the glass is half empty, down there, the dude handing out the water bottles, head coach Doug Peterson, he sees everything at least half full.
I think so much sometimes we focus on the negative all the time and not the positive. We gotta find the good too, and fill our players' heads with positive this time of year, because we feel like we're still a good football team, and we play like it at times, right? It's just at times we don't look very good, and last night was offensively didn't look very good at times, but there were moments of you can kind of play with anybody.
All right, so how do you get out of this funk? That's a question asked of Doug Peterson. Ask what more they can do at this stage to stop these mistakes that, quite frankly, you ought to be able to leave training camp having already put to bed. Some of these errors that continue to be made are hard to understand. I believe we know what kind of coach Doug Peterson is. There's two schools of thought. Where do you fall in on this? When you get a sloppy football team that's making mistakes, often they will blame, coaching.
Mhm.
If you jump on there, that's coaching. I've always kind of fallen in the middle on that. I mean, I can tell you 1,000 times what to do, and if your dumb self still goes out and does something different, how did I coach you wrong?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I am sure that every mistake that we have seen made here in the last 3 weeks has been explained before it happened by the coaching staff.
For sure.
You can't, as a contender, bog down and spend 30 minutes every day going over the obvious. You can't have you don't set aside 10 minutes at the end of the quarterback film room going over and over. Okay, if there's less than 10 seconds and the clock's running and we get the ball down to the 5, let's make sure we spike it. You got to count on a certain level of, game management and awareness to take care of some of those things. I don't necessarily think that's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, when you do see a team, there is this one way to coach, and when you're injured, it is not as effective a strategy. But the best coach is the bench. That's the best coach. If you got a dude who keeps fumbling or keeps making mistakes or keeps repeating the same penalty or keeps running the wrong route, here's some coaching. You see that pine over there? Have a seat, young man. We're out of yeah buts. We got a game at Tampa this weekend that the odds makers have now. By the way, I don't even want to get hectic today. Oh, Martha, Mary Jane, and Mabel, how bad's that going to look? That is not going to be pretty, gang. But the odds makers, who I have a pretty strong feeling, if we had asked them 3 weeks ago, Bucks host the Jags, give me your preliminary line.
Oh, easy.
Jags by what,
Exactly.
6?
At least.
Jags will go down for a 4:05 kickoff. The line started at even. It stayed there for a while. The Jags, who are 8-6, 5-1 away from home, are now up to a 1-point favorite. So dead on a 1-point favorite. So the Jaguars are 8-6. To hear the angry villagers, the disappointed mob, led, by the way, with, torches and pitchforks by yours truly and another assortment of hosts here, might have you believe we've fallen in last place and not a playoff contention.
We're still in first place, I think. 4th in the AFC. We got a chance to, accomplish a goal that we set out to do, and that's to win the AFC South. Obviously, we're making it hard on ourselves, but we have to stay focused on that.
All right, that's just a little bit of Doug Peterson. You'll hear more from the Jaguars head coach, and we'll get you updated as best we can. That concussion protocol, you know how that works. I mean, we know nothing. So we will see as the week progresses. Come back on the other side. Let's dive into the Monday Night Football game. I saw an amazing streak, the Shazam Spotlight, when we return concerning Monday Night Football, and a trend that continued last night. I'll point that out for you a little bit when we come back. 641-1010, that's the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Phone number to the studio as well, and the email box always open at the drill at 1010XL.com. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday, big toys for big boys, and so much more. Truck guy here. Count on that roll and lock bed cover. Man, that thing is just, what it gives you, E.T., just gives you a big old, about, 20 square foot trunk is what it gets you. So for your next vacation, truck guy, very happy. He's already loaded that thing up a couple of times, but from the roll and lock to the spray-in bed liners, I've got all the WeatherTech gear inside. I'm kind of a klutz. I'll get into the truck with muddy feet, or I'll spill the coffee. Those WeatherTechs, man, those are game changers. It just catches it all, take it out, pour it out, put it in. Life is good. That and so much more to make your commute easier this morning at Catlin Truck Accessories.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
There's great effort out there.
Fires deep downfield, wide open, Jamal Agnew, touchdown!
We're going to stay aggressive.
Close to the middle field, ball picked off. Rayshawn Jenkins running it back.
Number one prized possession on the field is the football.
Gets it to the 20-yard line. The ball came out, the ball is fumbled.
We got to do a better job of protecting it.
I got faith in the team. We've been here before. We know how to get ourselves out of situations.
Next up, Tampa Bay.
We do spirits turn around, keep fighting. That's what we do.
Jaguars Buccaneers. Sunday at 4 on 1010XL. Home of the Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
It's easy to get caught up in the holiday scramble, but as we near the end of the year, let's focus on what makes America great, our faith and freedom. Hello, it's Congressman Aaron Bean, and this year I've been busy delivering results for you, from helping with passports and the VA to recovering thousands of dollars in owed benefits from the IRS and Social Security. My team has worked hard to take care of constituents in Northeast Florida. Serving you is what we do. Visit bean.house.gov. This is Congressman Aaron Bean wishing you a blessed holiday season. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions, It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
One of college football's most storied programs.
Florida State fights for their 4th undefeated season. I'm RJ Saunders. Listen for news and nuggets in the Seminole Report as they gear up for Georgia in the Orange Bowl.
Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
It's J.J. Gray's Blackwater Soul Review at St. Augustine Amphitheater, May 25th and 26th. Catch live performances from artists like J.J. Gray and Mofro, Lucero, the Almond Betts Band, American Aquarium, G Love and Special Sauce, and more. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com, May 25th and 26th, live at St. Augustine Amphitheater.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Celebrate December with Best Bet. We're giving away an incredible $275,000 in cash. Kickstart your holiday fun at Jacksonville and Orange Park with amazing promotions like $500 High-Hand Fridays, 12 Days of Christmas, and the $40,000 Guaranteed GoPo 400 Tournament. We have you covered with fun, fast card games like 1-card and 3-card poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and more. New to the game? No worries. Our friendly dealers are ready to teach you the ropes. For all the details, head over to bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Window World wants you to do. Window World knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Window World, they can't offer you the quality at the price that Window World can.
And with Window World, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Window World and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Window World, and to top it off, Window World windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Window World. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Right back here on the drill. National Signing Day is tomorrow. That's some relatively interesting news from college football yesterday. Let me get you squared away first on why it was never going to be the Who Got Screwed More Bowl. Look, we turned all our attention to FSU and their undefeated season and their conference championship when it came to who was, I don't know, most egregiously treated by the College Football Playoff Committee. I'm pretty sure you're aware of that storyline. But under the guise of we take the best 4 teams, Georgia has a bigger argument. Like FSU, you were measuring, well, without their quarterback, what would they be? You know, if they had their quarterback, whereas there's probably been a feeling all year long that Georgia's better than FSU no matter who the quarterback. You could put Charlie Ward at quarterback, and Georgia seemed like the dominant football team all year. So the Dogs certainly have their arguable point. I said this before. I'm pretty dadgum amazed at the lack of complaint coming from Georgia fan, who I guess is just still full up on those 2 national titles, and honey is dripping off their paws, so why complain too much? But here is why it's silly to look at this game and make any declarative statement. Guys are pulling out left and right. That's what the bowl games have become. It was Trey Benson yesterday for FSU, so you won't have your leading rusher. Johnny Wilson has already said he wasn't going to play. The star receiver. The game, by the way, is scheduled for a week from Saturday, the 30th of December. We know you don't have Jordan Travis. And by the way, there'll be guys on the Georgia side who won't be playing either because of by the way, the Seminoles' third team running back is in the transfer portal. So really, it's Toa Philly, who's, pretty good insurance policy, but basically the only one you got right now. So the task of beating Georgia without Jordan Travis, without Johnny Wilson, without Trey Benson seems, what's the word I'm looking for? Outrageous. Yeah. And it's why Georgia's a 14-point favorite. Another reason the Dogs might be a 14-point favorite would be a perceived quarterback advantage, an advantage that would dissipate greatly if Carson Beck decided to go to the NFL. We've talked with Denny, the quarterback whisperer, a lot about the Mandarin product. Carson Beck, you might remember, led Mandarin to a state title, along with that little Patriots receiver, Demario Douglas. Beck went to Georgia, where he bided his time, boy. Sat, learned, didn't take the cheese that so many college football players do nowadays and bolt for either greener pastures or a greener wallet. Stuck around, bided his time. The season ended unbelievably disappointing with the loss to Alabama in the SEC championship game. But the thoughts, the rumors, the wondering about Carson Beck and going pro put to rest yesterday. Beck says he's coming back. So I think it's the right move. He could probably position himself as a top 5 quarterback if he's not already there. Look, Denny was consistent last year in telling us that Anthony Richardson was going to be a top 5 pick, and he was telling us that based on what he heard, knew, how he worked with him. When the public, eye was nowhere near putting Anthony Richardson that high, right? Is that fair? We all remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can sense and feel, and I even said this weeks back, I feel Carson Beck, as you go through this evaluation process, was going to rise and find himself up in that top 5, top 10 of the NFL draft. So you have to wonder if maybe Beck can't be a number 1 overall pick when his Georgia career is over. But good news for the Dogs, his Georgia career is not over. Beck announcing he'll come back for another senior season in Athens, and he's already said he will play the bowl game. So immediately big advantage. Now, I haven't, let me do the latest, just check on, Georgia players. Here's who have, there's a bunch of guys on both sides. FSU's got a running list. I told you Johnny Wilson, Trey Benson, Jaheim Bell, there's another one. The transfer from South Carolina kind of played like a hybrid H-back kind of role for them. They got a few guys going into the transfer portal, including running back Rodney Hill, Bless Harris, DJ Lundy. So, meanwhile, Georgia has its own issues with the roster. And again, this is why you can't put the winner of this game doesn't get some huge bragging rights. We should have been in the field. No, you're not playing it as you would if you were in the playoff. But as Georgia gets set to beat the undefeated ACC champions, knowing how close they were, their only loss all year, a 27-24 game to Alabama in the SEC championship game. It knocked Georgia from 1-6, that 3-point loss. And they'll take on FSU, obviously. The Georgia players not playing. It's not quite as high-dollar name list, and it's almost entirely transfer portal guys, not guys that make it. So at least for now, it looks like, the Brock Bowerses and the running, both those good running back. It looks like Georgia, most guys will play in the bowl game for Georgia, which is, it leads to the Dogs being a 14-point favorite over FSU. And by the way, if Georgia is a 14-point favorite, it leans into at least a little bit what the committee's thinking would be in getting who they think are the best 4. Like, who knows if they're right? you could identify the best 4 teams in the NFL and look like a dadgum fool every week as a handful of them lose. So who knows if they're right, but as to like the perception or just go by Vegas, you're a 14-point dog to Georgia. What would you be against one of those playoff teams? By the way, again, speaking to the silliness, maybe less of an underdog to any other team than Georgia, which again feeds the narrative that perhaps it's the dogs that should be barking about not having their place in the 4. All right, recruiting signing day is tomorrow. Billy Napier's trying to hold on. I saw they lost that highly touted safety, Xavier Filsame. He is going to flip to Texas. But Florida is still holding strong. They've gotten some affirmation from some of the guys they had in Florida. Still holding strong, 5, 6, 7, depending on where you look. So it hasn't fallen completely apart for Billy Napier. Mike Norvell and the Noles have shot up the board coming off their good season. They've been great in the transfer portal. I think you need to add, that more traditional high school recruiting to stay there. That's what Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Michigan, the big boys, it's what they do. It's what they've been doing. So it should be a banner day for Mike Norvell and the Noles as well. Georgia is number 1 in all the recruiting ranks, and that's even losing a really, really high prospect yesterday. How high? Well, the guy they lost yesterday that got flipped becomes the highest-ranked recruit in the history of the school he's headed to, and it's a school with a bright history. Dylan Raiola, who has just popped around the recruiting scene like a Orville Redenbacher in your automaker. This guy was an Ohio State commit. Then he flipped to Georgia, went so far as to move to Georgia and play high school football in Buford, and now has decided, after all said and done, to go instead to the school that he grew up rooting for and one that his father played for. Dylan Raiola yesterday flip-flops to Nebraska. This could be a seismic shift for Nebraska. He is the highest-ranked high school recruit since ESPN began measuring them in 2006. Number 8 overall. So that loss for Georgia, I don't know, whatever. Yawn. You got your quarterback, Carson Beck, coming back. The Dogs, you know what they'll do? They'll just go get the number 1 or 2 or 3 quarterback in next year's class. That's where you are when you got it on speed dial, when you got it on cruise control. Everything's fine. So there you go. There are some college football news and notes for you. Again, signing day tomorrow. Billy Napier picked up another couple in the transfer portal, so after being absolutely, dead church mouse quiet in that area, the Florida Gators have added 3 or 4 players. We'll see what kind of drama we get tomorrow on National Signing Day. I have today's Shazam Spotlight. It's brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. My friends, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. A incredible streak, I guess you could say, continued last night where the Eagles were favored over backup quarterback Drew Lock and the Seahawks in Seattle. But Shazam, hold on. Seahawks rally. They hit a touchdown pass inside a minute to go after offensively not doing much for most of the night. And Seattle beat Philly last night 20-17. It's a Monday Night Football upset. But don't get too, impressed. You ready? We're going to go back in order. So last night, Monday Night Football, upset. Seahawks beat the Eagles. Last week, upset. Titans beat the Dolphins. Upset. Packers beat the Giants. A Monday night doubleheader. Both of them went via the underdogs. The previous week, we had Monday Night Football right here in our backyard. Jags significant favorite. Upset. The Bengals beat the Jaguars on Monday Night Football. All right, let's take you back another Monday. Bears at the Vikings. Vikings favored. Bears 12. Vikings 10. Upset. I mean, you want to... Nothing like an upset in sports. I mean, if you're going to turn on just a generic game that you don't have a rooting interest, you don't have a dog in the fight, odds are you're going to find that game more entertaining if the underdog is giving them all they want, right? The previous week, by the way, Monday Night Football, it was the Chiefs hosting the Eagles. Kansas City was the favorite there. Yeah, the Eagles won that game. That would be an upset. Let's take it back to Week 10. November 14th to wrap the week with Monday Night Football. And the Broncos went to the Bills, double-digit underdogs. Broncos 24, Bills 22, upset. Let's go back to the first week. I mean, how far are you going to go back before Monday Night Football wasn't just a total upset? Chargers beat the Jets in a game only mothers can love. I'm sure they were favored in that game. And so you got to go back to November 6th. We got a string, 6, 7, 8 Monday Night Football games in a row when you include the double dip that ended with upset losses.
Shazam!
Yeah. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com and the Murray Ford Superstores, Stark and Kingsland. The Jags are upset in more ways than one. Not according to the point spread, just according to the way that the season is going. It has kind of gotten ugly. And by kind, I mean totally. The Jaguars, fair to say, are in a funk. They keep making mistakes. They keep bogging down. They keep snatching defeat from the jaws of potential victory. Here's Doug Peterson on what else can you do, Coach, to stop this flood of mistakes that just seem to roll over the dam Sunday after Sunday after Sunday for the last 3 weeks.
Keep coaching it. Keep talking to them about it. Hold them accountable at practice. Hold them accountable in the meeting rooms. And just keep working it. Keep working the snap count in practice. If I got to crank the noise, I crank the noise. I got to find those ways of, keeping our guys locked in moments like that.
All right, finally, cut 12, ET. We'll leave you with this. Doug Peterson has been here before. He's taken, obviously, the glass half full route here. We heard him say that earlier. Hey, we're still in first place. We're still 8-6. We can play with anyone. We don't need to focus just on the negatives. We've proven what we can do. I believe what the ceiling is for this team, and we'll keep working toward that. And obviously, that's the healthy attitude that you have to have. As to the funk of a 3-game losing streak.
I mean, that would be the ideal thing, right? Just to try to play a clean game, and that's rare that you're going to play a clean game. There's always going to be things that come up. But, you want to play well and win, right? And right now we haven't done that enough, consistently enough. But like I said, I think the guys see the mistakes. We continue to point out the mistakes, but we also got to point out the good. Also let them know that there is a lot of positive out there, as well, and show them that too, so that, as coaches, we're not always harping on the negativity. It seems like that's the easy thing to do, and you want to make sure that your guys are engaged each week. They're energized each week, and they've got hope, and you're not trying to just squash that dream.
All right, Christmas comes this weekend. Santa not the only one turning to Rudolph. We've got that and more when the football fix comes at you on the other side. Will Aaron Rodgers play? Or better stated, why would Aaron Rodgers play? Suddenly it's a question in New York. We'll get to that in a football fix as well. Stick around. We'll be right back on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Florida Gators playing in the Jumpman Classic at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. Gators a 2-point favorite over the Michigan Wolverines, a total 158.5. The Gators have won 3 straight and 7 of 10 to start the season. Florida State a 16.5-point favorite at the Tucker Center against North Florida, 151 the total there. Stetson a 4-point dog at FIU, 147.5 at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. Trevor Lawrence in the concussion protocol. The Jaguars a 1-point road favorite at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday at Raymond James Stadium. 43.5 the total. The Bucks have had 4 straight overs. Get your free VSiN subscription right now at VSIN.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Hi, this is Jeff Norman.
And I'm Mike Jones.
And we are the owners of Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services. We want to wish you all a Merry Christmas this holiday season.
And to say thank you to our amazing employees for their hard work this year.
And most of all, we want to thank you, our wonderful customers. Without you, we would not become one of the fastest growing plumbing and septic companies in Florida.
Should you have a plumbing or septic emergency this holiday season, please give us a call.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You're busy, so 1010XL makes holiday gift giving easy. Find great gift ideas from Bellwether Restaurant, Beard's Diamonds, and Brackish Vodka. Get lots of great gift ideas at 1010XL.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for increased privacy and protection for your family and pets? Look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Superior Fence and Rail is Jacksonville's top-rated fence company, delivering the highest quality fence products. They'll treat your property as if it's their own. So get off the fence and get your privacy back. Call Superior Fence and Rail today for your on-site estimates.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
The shoulder is one of the body's largest joints, prone to a variety of injuries and conditions that cause pain. Dr. George Bari here, and at Bari Orthopedics, we know an active lifestyle can lead to serious joint pain. We can help with an accurate diagnosis and treatment for a full spectrum of shoulder injuries, from arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, or rotator cuff and labral tearing. Bari Orthopedics can help. If you or a loved one suffers from shoulder pain, don't hesitate to call or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Why can't I just speak to an actual human being? I need a new bank.
Well, actually, at One-to-One Financial, communication is not only number one, it's one-to-one. When you call, you get to talk to a real live Jacksonville human, fast, and with someone who's truly concerned about your needs, your security, and finding solutions as a team.
Thank you. Ready to break up with your bank? Find a real long-term banking relationship at One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Visit one-to-one-fcu.org for more information on opening an account today.
Federally insured by NCUA.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. Since 1928, people have admired diamond solitaire necklaces and ear studs that we've hand-selected and put together because of the way they dance and sparkle on a lady's neck or ear. And now, through Christmas, Underwoods is putting all of our diamond solitaire necklaces and ear studs on sale at 15% below our everyday price. We also take trade-ins on these pieces of jewelry, so if you're thinking about growing a diamond solitaire necklace or a pair of diamond studs up to a larger size, this is the ideal time to come see us. To give an example, we normally sell our 1-carat total weight diamond stud earrings for $2,600, but right now they're on sale for $2,210. Our diamond solitaire necklaces are priced the same way. with sizes from 1/5 carat total weight up to 7 carats total weight. So if you need a gift that says forever, make it an Underwood diamond solitaire necklace or a pair of diamond stud earrings.
Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. Fall means cooler weather, and Triumph is a big, chunky motorcycle you can get out on the road and ride.
They are. We've got everything from the Triumph Trident, the Triumph Rocket. Now that Rocket is big, fast, and it's cool.
And you can find all the features online because it'll tell the story about every bike from Triumph.
Everything from the depth of the lineup to the cool branding that is Triumph.
Cycles of Jacksonville. Shop online, cyclesofjacksonville.com, or drop by the showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
Clemson and Kentucky face off in Jacksonville at the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl game. Friday, December 29th at noon. Game tickets are on sale now at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, hadn't been much of a glamorous life for the Jags of late. 3 straight losses. They head to Tampa this weekend. We're going to get hectic later. It's going to get ugly.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I know. If you thought, as maybe we have, that the Jags have been kind of fortunate to hold their spot in those power rankings the last couple of weeks, they really haven't been, had their feet held to the fire much for the back-to-back losses. But now with 3 straight to the AFC North, we got to be plummeting. The other side of it is... and fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's get you started. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers, Mandarin Orange Park. Now let's start, as we're prone to do this time of year, with a little glance at the playoff standings. There's never been a better year to just be sitting 7-7, 8-6, something like that, because there are a host of teams. With Seattle beating Philadelphia, that's 3 straight losses for the Eagles, now all the way down to 10-4. But the Seahawks win means there's 5 teams in the NFC with 7-7 records. For 3 spots in the postseason, one of those goes to the AFC South champion. Can I just bemoan with bitterness those Atlanta Falcons for just a second, man? And they had the Bucks beat at home 2 weeks ago, and they lost to the Carolina Panthers this week. They let Josh Dobbs beat them in the final minutes. The Falcons should be 10-4, dude. 6-8. They're going to miss the postseason again. But I digress. If the playoffs started today, gang, now that week 14 is, 15, I guess, with the byes. But through 14 games, if the playoffs started today, Niners would be your top seed in the NFC. Cowboys, Lions, and the Bucks would be division winners. Your wild cards would be Philadelphia, Minnesota, and the Los Angeles Rams at 7-7. I will say, no extra credit, I was the only one that didn't think the Rams were terrible going into the year. I can remember the Rams coming up and me thinking, well, why wouldn't you think the Rams are going to be okay? And the floodline just bombarded with, because they're terrible, Jeff, because they're the worst team. It's time to say Sean McVay is a really good coach, isn't he? He is a really good coach. Let me tell you something else that Joker can do. Doesn't matter what their O-line looks like. Doesn't matter who the name is on the back of the jersey. If you're a running back in that Rams system, he's going to find you yards. I mean, they take these guys, these nondescript guys, and they turn them into stars, and they play anywhere else, they're nothing. How's Cam Akers doing? How's Darrell Henderson anywhere outside of LA?
Not even in the league.
This guy, Kyron Williams, anybody know who he is?
I know, right?
Yeah. One of the more unstoppable running backs in the league right now. So the Rams would be, and go over to the AFC. And as Doug Peterson pointed out, 8-6, still the 4th best record, or the 4th seed in the AFC. Playoff started today. The Jags would host the Browns. Bengals 8-6, Colts 8-6. Destined for the playoffs right now. More importantly, the Jaguars, after their 3 straight losses, find themselves in a tie with the Colts and Texans. The Jags do own the tiebreaker in both. All right, let's talk quarterbacks in the Northeast. Santa's sleigh will be led by Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The Steelers' offense could be led by Rudolph, the weak-armed quarterback. Mason Rudolph is where the Steelers will turn because Mitch Trubisky is, check notes, terrible. Kenny Pickett isn't much better, quite frankly. The Steelers are in a group with a lot of other teams that's going to waste another year for their fan base, proving to you that the quarterback they took isn't terrible. Atlanta will do the same thing with Desmond Ridder. The difference is it won't cost Tomlin his job. It may for Arthur Smith. But the Steelers turn to Mason Rudolph. Another Rudolph on Christmas. Kenny Pickett had that tightrope surgery. They're trying to get him back. I mean, they've won more than they've lost with Pickett, but the Steelers overall have been a paper tiger this year. Right? Their record is much better than their talent level and production or any other measurable. Robert Saleh, the head coach of the New York Jets, says his quarterback Aaron Rodgers wants to play. So the Jets are eliminated. Rodgers might not be. The clock is ticking on a decision. Saleh indicating yesterday the four-time MVP wants to play again this season. But they're not ready to comment on whether or not that want will translate to actually seeing him on the field. Drew Lock forced to fill in for the Seahawks. They are among those 7-7 teams in the NFC with a much-needed win last night. Monday Night Football, they beat the Eagles. Again, I started the show with just a reminder of what the NFL, the 17-game rule, can give you. That's 3 straight losses for the Eagles, right? The Niners have lost 3 straight this year. The Bucs, the Jags, the Bills. Been a lot of playoff positioned teams. The Colts lost 3 in a row. They lost 4, in fact, I think. So did the Bucs, I think. So, yeah, I mean, it's a long season. We're seeing teams right now in the playoffs that have fought through 3-game losing streaks. We're seeing 2 more teams that just a few weeks ago were thought of as top 5 teams in the league that are currently battling 3-game losing streaks with the Jags and now the Philadelphia Eagles. Doesn't it feel like the Chargers job was opened up just tailor-made for Bill Belichick?
It do feel
I
like
mean,
that.
right? They get rid of their head coach and their GM. I mean, roles that, Belichick has certainly proven to want both of in his career. So we shall see. Their owner, Dean Spanos Jr., saying yesterday, no limitations on their next hires, which basically means we're going to pay anything we can to get someone in here who can, actually coach. Because I don't know if you guys saw this, but this last 3 years, we've had the worst coach in the league. And we're just happy to be done with that dunderhead. We've done the research, and we've also decided that Brandon Staley is, by IQ, the dumbest coach that's ever been employed. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and Orange Park. We'll continue on to Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Digest the weekend's games with 1010XL's football experts.
That is a meal.
Sink your teeth into Dandy Foods Postgame Monday. Makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff. Postgame Monday on 1010XL.
Randy Marion Cadillac is the new name in luxury in Jacksonville.
You can drive away today in luxury in a 2024 XT5.
And XT6s with 2.9% financing plus $2,000 in savings when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
And as a small business owner, you qualify for a 2023 tax deduction of up to 80% off the purchase price of a new 2023 Cadillac.
That's right. We've got the vehicles that qualify for this offer, and you can take advantage of this today.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville. Plus tax take title, $899 admin fee and resist all.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gates store anywhere around Duval and make yours a Dandy, and do it today.
Look, Christmas is almost here. It's time to get that home repair project you've been putting off done before the family comes over. Let First Coast Home Pros Handyman Services tackle the honey-do list for you. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
A sale so big, Santa wants to get in on it. It's Beard's Diamonds' incredible Christmas sale with 43% off.
Pendants, bracelets, earrings, engagement rings.
Nobody beats Beard's Diamonds prices.
At the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Now, the Florida State Seminole Report, brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team.
Florida State suffered their 4th straight loss on Saturday, losing 68-57 to SMU. This marks FSU's 2nd straight loss by double-digit points. Darren Green Jr. and Georgetown point guard transfer Primo Spears led the Noles with 10 points apiece. Florida State continues their 7-game homestand as they play host to the Ospreys of North Florida at 8 p.m. I'm RJ Saunders with your Ag Pro Seminole Report.
AgPro has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances performance in the bedroom. Call 904-664-8217.
And here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Florida State football added a big-time commitment from the NCAA transfer portal on Monday. Defensive end Marvin Jones Jr. announced his commitment to FSU following an official visit to Tallahassee. The Georgia transfer is a Seminole legacy as the son of Marvin Jones Sr., a two-time All-American linebacker at FSU. Another day, another transfer portal loss or flip for the Gators as five-star safety Xavier Fizeme out of McKinney, Texas, flipped from the Florida Gators to the Texas Longhorns after yet another losing season in Gainesville. He believes Texas will be a better situation for him. The JU Dolphins men's basketball team overcame a 14-point deficit to get the victory over Louisiana Monroe on Monday afternoon. Their next game will be on Thursday on the road against Purdue. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson. Currently it's 7:02 and it's 43 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Woo! Woo! Oh, yeah! Morning, E.
What they do, Dano?
E.
Yeah.
You do me a favor.
Talk to me.
You click on that ESPN.com site.
Here we go. You know what? I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
ESPN.
You on there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right. You go to the
NBA tab.
NBA tab, please.
All right.
Can you go to scores? I was asleep last night after work. I had a late night, but I couldn't stay up that late. There was a West Coast game last night. I think it was banner night for you guys out there in L.A. Can you give me a score on that?
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking for it.
Knicks-Lakers game?
Yeah, I
Knicks played the Lakers last night, I believe, out west, so I didn't stay up.
Never seen shut the F up. Never seen a fandom more determined by recency bias than Dan Hickens' New York Knicks.
What do you got there for me?
The Knicks defeat the Lakers 114-109. And banner night, though.
Can you say it again, please? Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Nah.
Who won?
One time only.
The Julius Randle revenge game.
Oh, is that what it is?
Those Lakers dumped our guy.
Yeah, I knew that.
And, banner night in L.A. They hung a banner for the tournament.
NBA Cup.
Good gracious.
Sure we all would have.
Kobe, I'm sorry. I apologize for the Lakers franchise. I got a question about football that I need answered. I don't know the rules,
All right.
I guess.
All right.
Late in the Monday night game, Drew Lock was back to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And the big kid for the Eagles from Georgia, Carter?
Yeah, Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Big dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
He threw some guard aside like a rag doll and came running up the middle. And
With ill intent.
I mean, just punched Jordan Carter or Drew Lock in the head.
Okay.
And Drew Carter got rid of the football through.
Drew Lock, yeah.
Yeah, Drew Carter, Jordan Carter, Jalen Carter, all of them.
Yeah.
The Eagles guy punched the Seahawks quarterback in the head.
Yeah. That's usually a hit to the head, personal foul.
Isn't it a rule that if you
can't hit him
touch
in the head.
the helmet, touch it
Used to be.
on a quarterback,
I thought that was still the rule.
it's a penalty.
I thought
yes
so.
or no?
I thought so.
It's clearly not.
Well, unless
And
they
it wasn't
missed
even discussed by Aikman and Buck, which surprised
did maybe they changed the rule and we weren't paying attention?
That's what I mean. Honestly, I'm asking to the point. I wonder.
I thought that if
but
you
I've seen Trevor this year go
complain. Yeah,
I've seen
think they
Josh Allen go.
Well, color me completely.
Now, if you give yourself up, as a if you run like you're a running back, I've heard that. He's giving himself up. He's running.
Yeah.
But if you're in the pocket and get hit in the head, isn't that an automatic 15? Yay or nay?
I to my knowledge, it is. This just in. There's nothing that
I know,
should
it's
surprise you
crazy.
about officials.
No.
They're incompetent. Yeah,
They are.
They are incompetent. They really are. I mean, it's amazing. And Goodell just keeps saying they're fine.
Yeah.
Just stick your head in the sand. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
And I get it. The NFL is just going to keep banking on the time-worn tradition of every time a team loses, their fan base thinks they got screwed. That's I remember sitting on the when I was a little kid.
I guess they like
my
that.
dad screaming at the television.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
100%
70s.
true. 100% true.
Oh, and there's two things that happen that have happened forever and will happen moving forward. One, the refs screwed you, and two, the announcers hate your team.
Yes. The Raiders. We went out to Oakland a couple years back when Carr was the quarterback, and
Minshew beat them.
We won the game, but we shouldn't have. The refs made a horrible call on the Raiders late in Carr.
I think Carr made the
inbounds,
mistake,
out of bounds. I don't remember.
Carr went out, but
and it allowed. But there was
stopped the clock.
There was a game where he slid and went out of bounds or something like that. He gave
I can't
himself
remember
up.
if it was Carr's mistake or the refs.
It was the refs.
They could have won the game.
Correct. They would have won the game.
Okay.
Anyway, I think it only we look back on we lost the game to the Ravens. It didn't matter if you and I were reffing that game, although we would have got a lot more calls. But the guy ran into our kicker, and and even the crew said so.
Yeah.
And Calvin Ridley had a touchdown, and the ref in the booth said so. So it just goes to show you it's not exact.
I'm about tired of the refs in the booth. If they're not they make you more frustrated because you would expect with their expertise they would be right, and so they tell you they're going to change it.
Yeah.
And it just shows you how incompetent the refereeing is.
Yeah.
These are the best of the best who have retired, and the guys that are replacing.
Or does it show you that it's not an exact science?
Well, it is an exact science.
Because
He was in.
Because I'll give you another one that they should make easier for the refs, because the refs do have a difficult job. I will say that. But this one is
The refs are like the college football playoff committee of sports.
Yes. This one is a no-brainer to me. It's the going out of bounds, stop the clock rule. They've changed it.
Yeah, if
quietly.
they stop your
forward progress.
Which is dumb.
If you somehow get the ball out of bounds, you should be out of bounds.
I'll give you another one they're doing. If you notice,
It's real simple, though. That would take all the guesswork out of it. Listen, if the guy's trying to get out of bounds, I don't care if he goes backwards. I don't care if he flips the ball to another guy. The out of bounds is a stop the clock move.
It'd be nice. I wish they would.
I mean,
I
make it
get
simple.
that. Now, the only one I get is if, you're a couple yards in bounds and they stop you and they start pushing you back.
Yeah.
That's different. But I know what you're talking about. They just go sideways and fall sideways.
Oh, yeah.
They run the clock.
Yeah.
I'll give you another one they're doing now.
Uh-huh.
And this is probably caught up to y'all by this point, right? They're doing just by notion, they are marking the ball about a yard short of what it all looks like where the ball should be. Have you noticed this one? Like when a running back is going and he goes down.
Oh, yeah.
They're marking it back like a yard short of what it looks like to your eye. Sometimes they're right, but
that could be
sometimes they're
fixed with a
wrong.
chip, too.
Of course it could.
Just like in tennis. Just chip that thing up.
I mean, the Broncos, they ended up losing by enough points that you don't feel like they got screwed as bad as they got screwed the other night when they didn't give them a touchdown on 2 touchdown plays.
I found out,
and Peyton wouldn't challenge.
I found out a little bit of a secret to the tush push.
Okay. A 600-pound squatter at quarterback?
That's a big part of it.
That helps, yeah.
But there's a little secret that's been going on for years that I think that the media has unearthed now as we pay close attention to the tush push.
Okay.
Watch the Hall of Fame center for the Philadelphia Eagles.
He moves the ball up.
When he walks up to the line of scrimmage.
They caught him last night.
He does it really well.
Yeah.
But he does it, he'll walk up to the line of scrimmage, and as he goes to take the ball initially, he just moves it just a hair forward. It's outstanding.
A hair last night was about a half a yard.
And they caught him last night.
They caught him and they called it.
What did they do?
Illegal procedure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a terrific move, especially if it's, this much and you're already giving it to you. You don't have to get anything.
Dan, I think we made this year. I pointed this out. I pointed this out earlier and just thinking about it as I watched the Eagles fall into the same miserable spot we're in, losers of 3 straight.
Yeah.
I think we may have the most playoff teams in NFL history that suffered at least a 3-game losing streak or longer. Because think about where we're at. Think about the team. The Bills have lost 3 in a row at one point. The Eagles now, the Niners, the Jags, the Colts, the Bucks. Those are top of my head. All of those teams who would be in the playoffs the Bills are not quite there. They've all had losing streaks of at least 3 games this year. 3 games is a losing streak now.
Yeah.
That's not losing a couple. I'm guessing that most teams that lose at least 3 in a row in NFL history, I bet the hit rate on being a playoff team is very low.
You're right.
Yeah, the Jags did it last year.
So when I look at the South last night, this realization overcame me as I watched it, and it was simply this.
The AFC South?
Yes. One of these teams, if they win 3 in a row, they're going to win the division.
Yeah, for sure. It has to be the Jags. It has to be us. It's been us all year. We got to go win this week. It has to be. We're winning. We're beating the Bucks, even beat up and banged up and playing mistake.
Not if we don't have Trevor.
Yeah, I think we will without Trevor. How about that?
Wow.
We've had other teams, rise up with
backups. Yeah. We haven't shown a lot of heart of late.
We got to show some. We got to cover, man. Or Evans and Godwin will eat us up. So I will say that we got to cover. We haven't covered, man.
I don't like this matchup.
I don't
at all.
either. But I have to believe.
I
man.
hope you're right.
What does this make you feel any better? There's 3 games left. If you rank the strength of schedule for all the teams that are left, the Jaguars 32, the easiest.
No,
schedule.
it doesn't because I looked. Okay. It's funny.
Okay.
It's funny you said that because somebody else told me that, and I looked at the 3 games.
Okay.
I'll do it right now with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Tampa Bay is not a good matchup for us, but it's Tampa Bay.
But they're 7-7.
Yeah.
I think they're.
I get it. It's a.
The other 2 suck.
Okay, Carolina is as much of a walk-up win as you can have, but it is at home. But I'm going to assume we're going to beat Carolina. and get to 9.
Uh-huh.
Tennessee, I'm telling you, they are going to play like it's their Super Bowl.
Maybe. We did that against the Colts one year with Carson Wentz a couple years back.
I'm telling you, walking in there is not going to be
enough.
easy.
Might not be
I
enough.
hope you're right.
Yeah, might not be enough. Derrick Henry,
by the way, if Will
maybe
Levis is out, they still got Ryan Tannehill, so it's not, I'm not sitting there.
Don't you have to go Malik Willis if you're them to get a better draft pick? You don't want to win any more games.
Well, I don't know. That's a
After
good
one,
point
you
too.
know?
Now go to.
But I will say this: it says though, at least, that while we have the easiest schedule by opponents' winning percentage, Houston is 15th. Their opponents have won 524. Indy's 22nd. Their opponents are 476. Our opponents have a 333 winning percentage.
Yeah, see, I think Indy has the easiest road.
Okay, who do they play?
Okay,
I haven't looked at them all. I'm just going by the winning percentage.
All right, so they got your Falcons.
Okay. Yeah, you never know.
You never know, but
the Falcons beat them and lose to the bad ones.
Correct, but if it matters,
we'll see.
The Falcons lose.
Is that this week in Atlanta?
I don't know.
Yeah, I may have to ride the birds in the 5-pack.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah,
then they got Vegas.
Where at home? Vegas was the game that Wentz lost last year and lost, or 2 years ago, and lost his job. Before he lost here, he lost to Vegas at home, and they were terrible that year.
All right, so I'm talking about Indianapolis, right?
I know, yeah.
All right, so they got
Houston, Atlanta, and Vegas.
They've got at Atlanta,
Raiders
at home, Texans at home.
Yeah, they'll go 2-1.
All
I
right.
could go 3-0. You're fair enough.
They could.
If they go 4-0, the Jacks have to go 3-0.
That's a Drake song. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it really?
That's crazy.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Oh.
All right.
If you're any good doing media in Indianapolis today, you somehow are going to
play that in,
factor that in.
Now take the Texans and Colts play each other, so one of them is going to have 7.
Correct.
And we can
one
have
of them is out if we go 2-2.
We got 3 left.
Yeah.
2-1.
Well, I'm going back to last week. If we go 2-1.
Oh, okay. All right. So then we take the Texans, who have Cleveland, which is a tough game, right? But Houston going back home, energized. I don't know. I'll say this, man. Both those teams were much more gritty than we were this week, so that's what bothers me the most.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
We got to show some ticker here.
For sure.
We got to show a little something. We got to show a little want to. We got to show a little we want to play. We could literally, and again, I'll take it any way I can get it. But I think it's vitally, I said this yesterday, I'm going to repeat this all week. So if you hear me do this over and over again, because I think that's how important it is. But I think it's vitally important for this organization, this team, this city to win the South again and to lay claim to we've won it 2 years in a row. And then we'll worry about the offseason when the offseason comes. But clearly we got to make some help. We got to do some changing around here in terms of personnel. We got to get better football players, dude. We got to get guys who can help this team win. And if the management doesn't do it again, because they botched it this last year. They botched it. They got arrogant. They thought they were better. They were a 9-8 football team that barely got into the postseason with a lot of Lady Luck on your side. And Lady Luck, who's cousins with Friday, dialed herself up in that Jaguar teal and black.
On the cheek for sure.
Yeah, and then
they played pretty good at Kansas City, so that
sure
probably
they
led
did.
to it
It
as
probably
well.
led to a little more.
But even, Dan, here's what's so disappointing about the way last offseason was treated. And by the way, we're not late arriving to this party. We screamed it all offseason we weren't doing enough.
Yeah.
Right? We
Correct.
said we're not doing enough.
Correct. No, I think, and listen, most fans said that.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew we needed pass rushers. We knew we needed help on the O-line. I mean.
Well, I was going to say, even the good teams, the teams that are good, no one else takes that strategy. It was, like you said, it was almost an obnoxious strategy. To just sit on your hands and say, yeah, we good, is awful presumptuous, and just trust that your quarterback is going to ratchet it up a level to that.
And he has not had the year that we thought he was going to have.
He's not.
We thought he was going to go 15-2 over half a season like he did last year.
Yeah.
And overall, he's 18-10.
Yeah.
It's not what we expected.
It's going to be a lot like last year if he finishes strong.
Yeah. And again, I think there's a concern this week, maybe more than any other, knee, ankle. He's beat up, too, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. And the O-line stinks. And quite frankly, the receivers haven't played great. I'm
and
not
here's the thing about the concussion. Doug thinks it happened on that late scramble where, like an idiot, Trevor took on because he was mad. And you can't do that, Trev. Come on, man. You're better than that.
I was a competitive nature. In
It
him,
was,
but
that's why he holds the damn ball and fumbles.
Uh-huh.
You got to let that go at times, or you're never going to be the guy you want to be. But I think when he got thrown like a rag doll, it might have happened there. Here's my point, though. Nobody really knows because he didn't. It doesn't. And we can ask Doc Murphy on Thursday, but you may take a shot and it may come 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a half hour later. There's no guarantee. All of a sudden, bang! Oh, I'm concussed, right?
Yep.
So nobody knew until he self-reported it. So he self-reports it, and now again, I looked yesterday at the concussion protocol. There is a 5-tier step list, which means you got to pass one of these every single day.
Yeah, I think it's a little different for quarterbacks in playoff contention. At least going.
Of course,
it
is
going by the Brock Purdy.
Of course, it is.
Right, Purdy got.
That's
Purdy
a good
got
example.
one,
Absolutely,
he played 3 days later.
No,
so
I know. I
think
totally
he'll play.
agree, but I'm just telling you, you got to do this, then you got to do this, then you got to do
get
this, then you got to do this, and then you got to go through 5 steps, and the first one's like aerobic activity, and the trainer's watching, and you're like, okay, and like I'm sure he went home Sunday night. And they told him, stay Monday night, just stay in your house, stay in a dark room, see how he's feeling today. They'll be in contact with him today, the player's off day. And hopefully maybe he can, if he goes down to the stadium, he can do some stuff. And then he can sort of try to get a little bit ahead of the process. But if he's not practicing Wednesday, then and he's like still in step 1, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. And by the way, if he doesn't practice, that's not good either. So there's a lot going on here with our Jaguars.
Hopefully another week of Little and Cleveland back. I thought the O-line protected a little bit better the other day.
They were.
Trevor had a little bit of time.
By the way, and I watched. I went back and watched. And if you
Filmwork.
Yeah, well, you saw the game on television.
Yeah.
If like the very first drive, man, he had Zay Jones over the middle and he missed him.
He's missing some guys,
and Collinsworth, because we don't see the and Collinsworth when he threw on the second drive, he threw to Etienne, he threw him a fastball. Yeah. Well, he had Tim Jones, like what? Nobody around him.
He's not.
So he played worse than I even thought. I thought he played bad.
No, I noticed that coming in. It factored into what my overall, and I think that's happened a few times. I don't think it's a strength him seeing the field. Now, I don't know if that's because he's got knocked off his timing by a porous offensive line. I don't know if he's lost trust in some of the receivers. Our receivers haven't caught the ball great. It's the passing game has been a real disappointment. Well, the offense has. The running game hasn't gotten going either.
Oh,
and if they're both struggling, guys,
100%.
What's the common denominator there? You would think. If both sides,
the line.
Yeah, the line, man. If you're not running and your passing game is struggling, then that's probably it. I have a kind of a one-track.
And also keep in mind this too when we go to Tampa. Zay Jones ain't playing.
He's got a hamstring.
And Christian Kirk ain't playing.
I would not sit. I wouldn't play Zay Jones again until the playoffs. And if you don't make it, oh well.
And so that means.
Oh man.
That means you're going to trot out there Ridley, Jamal, and Parker, and whoever else you bring up.
Elijah Cooks, or
Yeah.
I saw your boy Little Jordan Humphrey had a touchdown the other day.
He's a good player. He's my 5th-round pick one year.
Whatever happened to our
Why
guy?
don't they just listen to us, Bros?
Whatever happened to our guy Colin Johnson? We screamed bloody murder to keep. Where's he at these days?
Lil Jordan was my guy.
No, I know. I'm saying, but we actually had Colin, the other Texas receiver.
He's bounced around a little bit. Last I heard, he was in New York.
All right, well, I have kind of a one-track mind, so I'm going to read you 3 numbers, and I'm going to need you to correlate them for me.
All right.
Okay, your numbers are 51.
51, Dick Butkus.
47.
47, Tom Glavine.
And 33.
33, Greg Jones.
Wow, he went Greg Jones.
I went to Keo Spikes, John Lynch.
Yeah,
and,
they're not jersey numbers.
Okay.
E, you're not.
33 is.
I'm the most knowledgeable sportsman in the world.
Oh,
but you crush me in jerseys, just for the record.
All right. James Little Stewart.
51, 47, and 33. Again, these are very important numbers.
51,
to me and me only, perhaps. Again,
and 33.
If that helps at all. To me and me only, those numbers are very important. 51, 47, and 33. I will take it one step further in the hint train. And because they're important to me, I love these numbers, 51, 47, and 33. What are those numbers?
Do you play those whenever you play the lottery?
That's a good guess. That's not it.
Does it have anything to do with the Braves?
30. Nope, nothing to do with the Braves. Has to do with our Jacksonville Jaguars, our lovely kitty cats. 33, 47, 51. Those three numbers correlate with, I'll go ahead, the Tampa Bay Bucks have given up 33 sacks this year. The Tennessee Titans have given up 47 already this year. And the Carolina Panthers, 51 this year.
Yeah, I'm dead on that one.
So that's why
I still, you know
what?
what?
A chance to get a push at you could, I don't know, dude.
I'm
These
hoping
guys
for 35, but it was a great bet.
They may get 0 this week, and then we're in trouble.
Yeah,
that could happen.
Well, I thought they'd get 0 on Lamar. When they rushed well against.
Yeah.
I'm convinced, though, about you. We have watched so closely the sacks this year, right? The pressures.
Never in before.
And if you watch other games.
Probably the same frustration.
It's the same. They get close, man. Yeah. Everybody gets close, and then you get some junk ones.
Yeah.
But then you get some, you should have had one there. Like Josh Allen had one Sunday, but he didn't get credit for it, but it was a grounding.
Yeah, right.
So if you cause an intentional grounding, it ought to count as a sack.
That's another thing. When you get a sack bet, you start thinking in those terms.
Yeah, it was.
And by the way,
but I still feel
it
like
might not be a bad idea to give a dude a sack. Because
I know.
It's the
I would
same
agree
result.
with that. I still feel like my point was proven in that we did not rush the quarterback nearly as good as we should have.
It's funny you say that. Yeah. And I felt like my point was proven strictly from the standpoint, I didn't think we were tremendously improved, but what I thought is we'd have a lot more pass rushing opportunities.
Right.
And so I bet you we've had more pass attempts against us this year than last year.
Well, we did, because remember how bad our pass defense has been terrible all year, but it was bad in the beginning only because we were stopping the run so well.
Correct. And that which we're not doing anymore either, by the way.
Well, hopefully we did better this week.
Yeah, 200 they went in the second half.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Well, Lamar had 97.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But those running backs had yards.
Listen, the Bucs are going to be a tough out, so we'll talk much more.
They got a big running back, too, by the way. He's pretty good, Rashad White.
Yeah. Baker's playing great. Baker has played much like Trevor this year. Real similar.
We got a busy day. We got a lot to do. A lot of college stuff going on as well.
Yeah, let's get into that on the other side and more with the 10 minutes.
I got a game that I am so excited about that
what do you mean?
Me and E are going to endorse, too, when we come back.
Well, I'll wait with bated breath.
Yeah, E, we're on board with this. Is going to be a great game.
All right,
it's Catlett Chuck Accessories Tuesday.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
I mean, I think Carson Beck made an absolutely great decision. You know, as much as I wish he would go to the NFL, there's a bunch of passers at the head of the line, and Carson had a great year. So he's decided to come back and play one more go-round at Georgia, and I think that's terrific. I think he'll be one of the Heisman Trophy early candidates next year. He's going to get a lot of hype. He's got a chance to have an even better season. The only caveat is Georgia has if you look, we complain about Florida's schedule. Go look at Georgia's. It ain't easy either. So, but there is a trickle-down effect, and that trickle-down effect is Dylan Raiola suddenly is going now to Nebraska. I don't know if that had anything to do with the Beck decision or not. Brock Vandagriff is transferred to Kentucky. Georgia will find another one, but good for Carson.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Are you looking to make a move? Whether you're buying your first home or your forever home, at Ameris Bank, we'll help you get the keys in your hand. Our local mortgage bankers will guide you through the process, from choosing the right loan to closing on your new home, and everything in between. We even offer down payment and closing cost assistance to eligible first-time homebuyers. Visit amerisbank.com/mortgage to learn more and find a mortgage banker near you. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Stop paying for exterior paint that doesn't protect your home or business. Rhino Shield. My friends at Rhino Shield, they're beautifully durable coatings. Listen to me, gang. Never chip, crack, or peel. They back that up with a 25-year warranty. Prevents mold, mildew, algae. Of course it does. No water intrusion, man. That's what you got to love about it. Fights salt corrosion, has an Class A fire rating. Look, all while saving you thousands compared to the cost of repainting over and over. And listen, 0% financing, new low pricing. It has never been easier to paint your home with Rhino Shield. So you say, Hick, what do I got to do? This sounds great. Book your free estimate today at RhinoShieldJax.com. That's a free estimate, RhinoShieldJax.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Whether it's a large commercial project or a multifamily property, trust All Pro Roofing for exceptional craftsmanship and unparalleled customer service. We use only the finest materials, ensuring durability and long-lasting results. Plus, All Pro Roofing now has a full siding and windows division. That's right, All Pro Roofing is not just about roofs anymore. All Pro Roofing, now your trusted partner for commercial roofing, multifamily projects, exterior siding, and windows. AllProRoofingLLC.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner and guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win, must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com/shadows. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
There are so many ways you can catch me.
Catch Mia O'Brien on XL Primetime weekdays.
On Helmets and Heels Tuesday nights.
And on 1010XL's video and social channels. All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
It's Mo Time with Mo Bryan.
I'm Shane with Renew Solutions, an expert in transforming your hardwood floors to a timeless and elegant new look. For any wood floor repairs, replace, or installs, I've got you covered at Renew Solutions. Visit renewjacksfloors.com.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888 Sparky. Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Are you an experienced automotive technician and tired of working for employers who put profit over people? Then come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road and get trained on how to diagnose and rebuild today's complex transmissions. See how we're different. Get traction on your career and come to Action.
Equal opportunity employer.
I introduce you here to our pest solution here on the drill. It's Mission Pest Solutions, veteran and locally owned and operated. So easy to deal with. 904-944-PEST. How much can you count on them? Because you're listening to 1010XL and we're in this together. Tell them you're from 1010XL when you call 944-PEST. You'll get a free initial pest service worth $250. Good from now through the end of the year. 944-PEST. Tell them you're calling from 1010XL.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews are through the roof, and I challenge any law firm to compare results. Clients continue switching to us from other firms because we continue delivering. Recently, a car accident client left a big firm, and Woolsey Morecambe got her 10 times what they said it was worth. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe, 638-4235.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Roland Reich Plumbing, there when you need them. Big or small plumbing problem, call Roland Reich Plumbing anytime at 260-7059. 260-7059, where quality and experience count.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. next. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, he likes to give away razzle-dazzle, especially at this time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. What are you handing out today to the Googans?
I'm giving a $25 gift card to Bellwether, downtown's best restaurant, a part of 1010XL's holiday gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas.
By the way, Doc Murphy has texted in Mel Blunt 47, Frenchie Fuqua 33. So
I wasn't doing uniform numbers. That's uniform numbers. That's a June topic. We do that in June.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, listen. There was a tweet on social media yesterday that had social media buzzing, and and when I looked at the guy who said it, I'm sad for the guy, honestly, because I think he's got a lot of issues in his life. But if you take the funny part of it, and have fun with it, it's fine.
Oh, man.
But it was because I was just showing E something.
We do stuff like that all the time.
Of course we do. Anyway, you remember Mendenhall, the running back for the Steelers.
Mendenhall had some, in fairness now, Dan, Mendenhall's childhood didn't go like maybe others, because this isn't Mendenhall's first. Isn't Mendenhall also the one that equated the NFL to slavery back in the day before he left?
There's some other issues.
I mean, I
don't know for sure, but
he's got a long-running racial angst.
And apparently Steeler fan, and unbeknownst to me, but if you're a Steeler fan, you know this, they blame him for a loss in a Super Bowl. He had a fumble in a Super Bowl that was critical. But he went on social media yesterday, but his well, let me can you call up his actual tweet? But then somebody went after him. And
here it is. I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football.
Yeah.
Y'all not even good at football.
Yeah.
Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all-black versus all-white bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your GOAT.
Yeah. So
Christian McCaffrey way better than you, bro.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So one of the dudes. Now listen, I saw him go on social media with talking later, and I worry for him. I don't think I think he may not be totally healthy. So, but the part that got everybody talking was, well, what if there was an all white versus all black game? And J.J. Watt immediately chimed in, dude, we got no corners.
That's what we would say.
We got to draft a guy from Iowa.
Cooper DeJean's going to have to play as a rookie.
Yeah,
Coop, get in there.
Coop's playing as a rookie. And his knee's blown out, by the way, but he better get healthy. We got to go McCaffrey both ways, right?
Yes.
But so one of the guys did a whole take on
broke down the rosters.
Broke down the rosters, and listen, he goes, what did he say? He goes, now listen, defense is where there's going to be some questions. I don't know how we're going to stop this explosive all-black team.
It's explosive all-black
We're going to rush 3 and drop 8, he said.
Yeah, we have to, because, I mean.
We have to play Christian McCaffrey both ways, he said.
I mean, Dewey will get a tryout.
For sure.
Yeah. Is there a white cornerback even on a practice squad?
Not been, well, there might be, but there has not been a starting white cornerback in the NFL since Jason Sehorn. Still.
And it's funny, because there's been a ton of white receivers. A ton of them.
Yeah.
The fact that
although I will say, when he named tight ends,
I think he's wrong.
We rule.
He went too.
Y'all dominate.
He went too quick on some of those.
Yeah.
I can come up with some receivers other than Adam Thielen.
Who do you got?
I don't know. I'm not thinking
Cooper
about
Kupp
it right
is
now.
Who's our guy in Vegas next to
Hunter Renfrow?
Yeah, he's probably better with Thielen than him. Thielen in his prime would have been. I just saying, I think we can.
There aren't many.
Scour up.
Not a lot.
Jordy Nelson got any time left?
He said Travis Kelce going to be the third receiver.
Here is Rashad Mendenhall back during the lockout. Anyone with knowledge of the slave trade in the NFL could see that these two parallel each other.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not an expert on slave history, but were they paying them like 3 years, $8 million back in the day? Or was that a little bit different lifestyle, do you think?
Like I said, when he went on, I'm concerned for him, and I wish him nothing but the best. And he was he's got an angry vibe to him. When
for
he
sure.
did like
yeah.
he
like
did like
I
a
said,
post.
something happened to him,
and it could be like
earlier.
CTE or
no,
something.
I mean something happened that
anyway
stirred a
but
distress.
The part that we've taken and run with and funny was the Mendenhall Bowl that would take place maybe instead of the Pro Bowl like he suggested.
It's Will Compton, who's a former player in the league, and just his.
Now Ryan Clark didn't like what Will Compton did, but I took some humor to it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, okay. So I ran it by E, and I wanted to get his opinion.
There is no like czar of what you can say and can't.
Yeah,
no matter what color you are, where you came from, or what your position is. That's
and
your
if you
opinion.
do it with, again, we're coming at it with pure love. And
Ryan Clark has said more offensive if I wanted to be offended.
Yes,
like about serious things, not funny.
That's fair. Yeah,
but I ask E, one thing I've learned from E, of many, is that I ask him, well, and he's taught me that. This is what happens in the culture.
Culture, that's right.
I ran it by E to hear how the culture would feel about this situation, and he enjoyed it and chuckled about it. And so, anyway, it was it did get people thinking though. And
Detective Larry has a fair question.
Holla at me.
Who's kicking for the brothers?
King, Marquette King, is he still playing?
No, but I think the Steelers may have a black punter, but I don't know if they have a.
I'm talking about kicking. Who's kicking?
Or the guy who kicked
Donald Iguabuike.
I'll tell you, Borquez or whatever, that guy, that left-handed
field goal.
No, that left-handed punter the other day we played it.
He's a white dude.
Who's kicking? Yeah, I don't know who's kicking.
The kicker.
We're going for 2 every time.
That's good.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. You can do that.
Analytics tell us anyway.
And there's I saw the other day there was a kicker. One of the linemen for one of these games, one of the linemen had a kickoff the other day. I don't remember the team, but their kicker was I think it was the Panthers.
Okay.
And Pinheiro was kicking if it had to matter, but they put some like D lineman or linebacker was kicking off.
He really kicked
no,
off?
he kicked it down to like the 5-10 yard line. So
Donald Iguabuike not available.
Right. That's what I said. I think he might be serving time for like drug trafficking or something.
Oh no.
Gosh.
Oh no! But anyway, I got a kick out of that. All right, so
fun with racial harmony next.
Yeah. The ink is ebony and okay. Enough. One other thing before we hand out.
We're pals. All right. Yeah.
It was good. FSU. I talked to my FSU insider. He goes by Drew.
That's your son.
Yeah. And he told me no chance of winning the Orange.
No.
They're all gone. They're all leaving.
And in fairness to FSU.
And you can't judge. But the degenerate in me is play the under.
Yeah. I will say this. In fairness to FSU, it was over. Didn't matter. You can play all your guys, and Georgia can lose theirs, and they still would beat you.
And that's what his point was.
Both. They're way better.
He's like, we don't have the depth that Georgia has yet.
Right.
They haven't gotten that yet. So the guys that they're going to replace Jaheim Bell with and the receivers with.
FSU
and this is keeping in mind they don't have Jordan Travis either. I don't know what FSU is going to score. But
if you saw Trey Benson also.
Trey Benson, they all assume
Johnny Wilson.
Yeah, they all assume Keon Coleman's gone.
Yeah.
Verse is probably gone. I mean,
so by the way, the bowl games
who have declared, but
when we go to the playoff, can we find a way to make the bowl games matter when we go to the playoff? Because this has been going now. By the way, it doesn't even get questioned anymore. They used to question your want to if you skip the bowl game.
There's some good stories here, like those
are the little guys. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, Austin Reed opted out.
Yeah.
But Western had I don't know who won it, but it was a great game.
Listen, it trickles down to these programs, too. Like, I hated the Cats pick of Ohio U the other day.
Yeah.
Because Ohio U's quarterback, running back, and receiver all in the portal and didn't play. And yet Ohio won the game. So I am listen, as hard as the NFL is, Hick, it'll be 5 NFL plays for me this week. I'm done trying to gauge these college kids.
Oh, yeah. That's what I did last week.
It
didn't
5.
work.
I'm not doing because I had New Mexico State a couple times this year.
All right, so 2 other things I want to get to when we come back and remind me.
Nice.
We'll get back to I want to do some college ball. Obviously, tomorrow's signing day.
Yeah.
I want to do I want to talk about the Gators. I want to do but I think we need to discuss a couple things. The real what sport and golf are supposed to be took place this weekend right here in our own backyard.
Okay.
That's Q School.
Yeah.
So we'll go over that. There's a couple good stories. And then And that's golf that you should watch and want to watch.
I was trying, Dan. You know I love golf.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep up with that.
Yeah.
And I looked every time I was contemplating keeping up. I would look out my window and see the weather, and I couldn't imagine any world.
They took Sunday off and finished it Monday.
See, I couldn't imagine any world where they were playing consistently.
It refreshed me about what I like about golf. And these are guys who grind and names, and those are the guys who, God bless them. Not these, selfish, greedy so-and-sos. And then, very quietly, we have an NBA team that has hit rock bottom. And I thought their only chance to win was maybe against your club.
You son of a so-and-so.
So, 641-1010. E, what's the razzle-dazzle?
A $25 gift card to Bellwether, downtown's best restaurant, a part of 1010XL's holiday gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas.
Be kind, be courteous, and be correct right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Launch the downloads.
Join the 1010XL Podcast Network.
And initiate sequence.
Now you can find all your favorite 1010XL podcasts in your platform of choice.
Like an offensive lineman protecting his quarterback at all costs, Craig and Christine Kaprowski do the same. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of our insurance needs. They're going to get you protection in a fast, friendly, affordable way. If you need homeowners, auto, flood, you got a boat, small business, Kaprowski's will have you covered. See, Craig and Christine are part of the Goosehead Insurance family. There's one thing about Craig and Christine that stand out to me, and that's customer service, right? We pay insurance. And when something happens to us, we need them. And when you need the Kaprowskis, they'll be there for you. I've had to call them numerous times. They call me right back, and they help me. That's what they're supposed to do. I trust them with my insurance needs. Maybe you should as well. If you just want an insurance checkup, easy to get a hold of, Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com, or call 904-478-8422. That's 478-8422.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are attempting to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. How? I've instructed my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. We have thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground and priced to sell. We guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. At Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're here to wow you.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sports book and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Christmas is on the way. Time to pressure wash your house so it sparkles when the family comes over. First Coast Home Pros pressure washing services are gentle, yet incredibly effective. Let the pros wash all that mold and mildew away. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
Bridging the gap between the First Coast and the swamp.
Gators.
I'm Taylor Dahl. Join me for the Gator Report on 1010XL as I break down the latest storylines in Gator Nation.
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts on 1010XL.
It's Beard's Diamonds' incredible Christmas sale.
If you're popping the question soon, celebrating an anniversary, or shopping for the holidays, you do not want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime sale.
But hurry, it ends Christmas Eve.
At the St. John's Town Center or at BeardsDiamonds.com.
Come on, admit it. Almost everyone you know seems to be playing pickleball now, right? So whether you just want to learn how to play or you're ready to show off your elite pickleball skills, the Y is the place for you. Visit our brand new McGuire Family Pickleball Center at the Brown Family YMCA in Ponte Vedra Beach. 5 top quality outdoor courts and 3 amazing indoor courts where you can learn about dinks, dill ball, falafel, the kitchen, and more pickleball slang at the Y.
You know, car accidents are scary.
That split second before impact when you try to drive your way out of it, but you just can't. And suddenly your life changes forever. Your long-term medical outlook doesn't resemble the healthy future you had just seconds earlier. You can't swerve to miss the pain either. If a car accident has left you hurt and afraid, call 396-5555 now. It's time to turn your fear into fight. Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
When you are Pet Paradise, when you are the innovator, not the imitator, when you are setting the industry standard, there's always something to be looking out for. Let me give you some of those here in this month of December. One, holiday reservations. If you're traveling for the holidays, take care of your pets. They are going to love staying at Pet Paradise. In fact, they may not want to go home with you, but that'll be temporary. Wacky Wednesdays are extended for another week. So next Wednesday, the 13th, your dog can enjoy all the fun of day camp for just $25 on Wednesdays at Pet Paradise. And stay active and watching for that. They'll run that often over the course of the year. Meanwhile, this is underway. Home for the holidays. Pet Paradise is partnering with Florida Urgent Rescue to find loving homes for local pups in need. Check out the available dogs by visiting Pet Paradise's website, Facebook, or Instagram pages. 4 lovable dogs looking for a forever home. Each pup is also participating in Pet Paradise's 21-day dog training program. So there you go. Pet Paradise, petparadise.com.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
This is Phil and Megan Vasali, owners of Players Grill. We'd like to wish the Jacksonville community a happy and safe holiday season.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours, and we hope to see you soon at Players Grill, where the neighborhood meets.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And check this out. I know you're not walking past 100 on the ground, so why are you walking past a chance to get this easy cash with MyBookie? MyBookie has the biggest online selection of odds and contests to fill your sports betting needs anytime, anywhere. So you can turn that sports knowledge into straight cash, homie. You can bet on the NFL every week, and you're going to absolutely love betting on bowl games. Or play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly blackjack tournaments. If you've been waiting on the right time to get in on the action, the holidays are here, and that's the right time, my boy. Make your winning move today. Sign up at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL and claim your deposit match redeemable up to $1,000. Again, that's promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus. Experience the thrill of sports betting right from the crib. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
What could have went wrong did in the Jags' loss to the Ravens Sunday night. From missed field goals to costly turnovers, Coach Peterson broke down the mistakes that took place on offense.
We had fumble at the 20. We didn't score before the half. We missed 2 field goals. And I think, a handful of pre-snap penalties. To me, that's, you put up 181 yards in the first half on a really good defense. And, you do some good things, you do some really good things, but then we do some dumb things. And to me, that's the ball game, right? Or at least keeping us in the game.
Doug Peterson, visit Jaguars.com for more. I'm Molly McDonald with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars Update.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. 2 things we'll talk about real quick, and then we'll get hectic as well here in this segment. But like I said, PGA Tour qualifying, Q School, was at the stadium course, right?
Yeah. No, it was actually at Sawgrass and then Dye.
Yeah.
So
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was here in town.
It was at Sawgrass Country Club, and then it was at Dye's Valley course.
Thank you. Yeah. And only the top. Didn't it used to be like 25 or
Used to
something?
be 25, but they now allow you to win your way in.
Right. But only the top 5 dudes. And there's like 160 dudes. I don't know the exact number. But there are a lot of dudes, right? And only you got to finish in the top 5 if you finish in the top 5. So 2 stories stuck out to me. Well, there's actually a few. But like you remember Fred Biondi, Matt's son.
No relation.
Okay. The Gator who helped us win a natty.
Yeah.
Got us T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
He finished T10, which is solid, right?
Yeah.
And I think that gets you Korn Ferry status, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for sure.
But the top 5 dudes, there are 2 dudes that stuck out. One was this guy, Hayden Springer, only because it's a wonderful story in the respect that, man, he and his wife, they had a child. They lost their little girl. She was 3 years old. She passed away.
He won, didn't he?
He finished 5th.
Yeah.
Or T4. So he gets
got
in.
Got his card.
And then
now I've missed it, but where is the Live Tour qualifying school where you earn your way into your cash
they
there?
Just pay you.
I saw that Mickelson had another big prime snare yesterday. He got Andy Ogletree. I mean, when you can get Andy Ogletree off the free agent pile, they'll make a lot about Johnny Rahm coming over,
Yeah.
but they don't tell you about Andy Ogletree joining the Smashers, the butt crackers, whatever Mickelson's
money grabbers,
the money grabbers, the lecherous,
And I don't know much about this guy, but this dude, Raul Pareda, who's from Mexico, but he went to JU.
Okay.
And so Clark knows him because I saw Clark tweet about him.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Raul Pareda.
He made it?
He made it.
Nice.
He had a couple chip-ins on the back 9.
You say Pareda, I say Parada.
Yeah, so think about that and how you get there. And they all have stories. And then you go down and you look, like Doc Redman, who we've had on a friend of the program.
Yeah.
T7. I mean, and these guys are like, again, it's great. And you see why these guys are grinding. But the difference, so I saw him interview, remember this dude? You'll remember this dude. Summer Hayes.
Yeah. He's Bruce Summerhays' nephew. Or
Is it like Daniel Summerhays maybe?
Yeah.
He's 40 years old, Pross.
Bruce Summerhays was a senior golfer, and I think Daniel Summerhays is his nephew. Could
Okay,
be
well,
his son.
anyway. He's 40 years old, and he had given up the game. He picked it up again for a year.
Lucas Glover story, kind of.
I guess he won a PGA Tour event as an amateur.
I believe that he won an event. I don't.
I think it was an amateur. And so,
he beat Tiger in the PGA. No,
in 07 maybe.
Yeah, sounds right.
And so he was ecstatic because he got full Korn Ferry status, 31st, and his game's coming back a little bit. And so, but golf is these are the stories. And I was looking at some of these dudes, and their names that all these names. Yeah, Daniel Summerhays finished T28. Kevin Tway, Russell Knox, who shot a final round 65 to move up 63 spots. But these are guys who have won, and Eric Compton trying to get his card. It is Harry Higgs, Adam Long, all names that we recognize because of all the Richie Wierenski, our guy. Because of, I think we had Richie Wierenski on the first timers.
For sure.
Right? But listen, Patton Kazire, all dudes who are out there grinding year after. Julian Surrey, who went 70, 67, 68, but then blew up on Sunday. He's a local kid, right? Who's played overseas for a lot of years. All guys chasing the dream, man, and it means so much to them if they're able to make it. Taylor Funk, Fred's kid, had a couple good rounds, wrapped around a 74, though, and so he finished out of it. But, man, oh, man, it is
Meanwhile, I
tough.
feel like the PGA Tour is lucky to still be in place. It's like none of its players who are still there are there out of any kind of drive to make the tour succeed. It's just their own competitive zeal.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to speak out of turn, but it feels like the tour has failed miserably. Pre, during, and post Live split.
Yeah.
The failure continues. They are keeping high-profile guys at this point, Hick, by accident. Take Victor Hovland. Hovland, who remains one of the best players on PGA Tour,
Yeah, I
the
didn't
number 4
like
ranked
this.
player in the world,
I
said he completely understands why John Rahm signed with LIV, but he prefers to stay in the PGA Tour. He doesn't want to move to LIV mainly because of the league's no-cut format, but he did acknowledge the enormous sum of money Rahm got, now $555 million, and took aim at the, quote, arrogance of the PGA Tour's leadership.
Yeah.
Quote, it'd be a bit too silly to criticize the players for leaving. After all, you only hear one angle in the media, and there are quite a few different parts happening at the same time here. I totally understand why he left. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't think their product is that great. I'm not such a fan of, for example, playing without a cut. You need the competition with 150 players in a cut. If you don't play well enough, you're out. There's something about it that makes your game a little sharper. If I'd gone to LIV, I don't think I would have become a better golfer, and then it is, in a way, end of discussion. I really appreciate the mentality. It's the one I have. It's not some like bemoaning who gets what and where. It's allowing guys to maintain their
It's the true test of being an athlete, man, not being a soft
Correct. It would be like
wimp.
I mean, if Tom Brady at age 31 had decided he's leaving the NFL,
Go to the XFL because they're going to
not
pay
even
or
XFL
flag football.
That's not even
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Say Tom Brady was leaving because every Tuesday night on NBC he was
Right.
going to throw 50 balls through a hoop,
Right.
and they were going to pay him $50 million.
Well, there you go.
Would you have the same respect? No.
No.
Well, why is it in golf?
Yeah.
I get it's just like activism has just become ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all don't know what activism is.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what true hardship is because now we got everybody in the world screaming bloody murder because somebody's not calling them the right pronoun. The real test of like overcoming and being treated wrong has been so dumbed down by so many people who say so many stupid things.
We went from
But no, my point is this. It's like this, the push for LIV from golf fans is like activism.
Yeah.
Like they're taking up
Yeah.
the cause for
I just
whatever.
wanted to talk about the qualifying
I
school.
hear you.
That's all I want.
Well,
I got pronouns now. I want to do Q school.
Thank Victor Hovland for that. Victor Hovland took us down
man.
that.
One other thing. The Detroit Pistons have lost 23 in a row and are chasing history here. 26, I think, is the
You don't
magic
come
number.
into Atlanta and end a win streak like that, friend.
I was concerned about that game. They won by 6 points, so good for the ATL.
Yeah, we're terrible. We
root
could
for-
have Luka Doncic. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah,
If we did, I think we'd be better.
I root for streaks, and I'd like to see Detroit go ahead and set that record, run it up to like 30, 35.
You know who the coach is?
Yeah, it's Monty.
Yeah,
Monty's a good
took him
dude.
took the Suns to the finals.
Monty's like, damn, I
tell you
should
what,
have thought this through.
Here's what's happening in Detroit now. If I'm this guy, I'm just counting the contract days.
Yeah.
This Cade Cunningham, bro.
Yeah.
Because I happen to watch
He's
the game
good.
last night. 43 last night. Hit 16 of 24 from the field.
He's a player.
He's a player.
They got
dude.
nobody else. What about the kid from Purdue? Is he no good?
No, he's been
He's
okay,
like a top-
but not good. No, he's not been great. He's not been an all-star level
Detroit
player.
to me is sort of like Orlando. You stockpile these draft picks,
And you hope it hits.
And Orlando has finally got
But
some.
the problem is they have two of the bigger busts of late in the NBA, Bagley and Wiseman. Both those guys. They didn't draft both of them.
They're on the team.
Both were drafted by other teams, but those guys are top 3 picks who just not have lived up to it. But again, when you run into the chainsaw that is Trae Young with 31, including 4 for 11 from 3. I mean, when you're trying to stop that kind of production and efficiency,
Yeah.
it's got to be hard.
Well, good win. Crank it up.
Oh!
Today's Power Poll is brought to you by Royal Pest Services Jacksonville.
This can't be good.
No.
Where were we last week?
We
10?
stayed at, was it 9, 10?
We stayed somewhere.
Let me look.
I think we were 10.
Last week we were 10th.
Okay, we stayed 10, yeah. You were here last week. We had to do it without you.
We really should be like 20th
We should have gone down last week.
Disgusted
to be honest.
with us.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, boys. I don't know how you all did it
We'll
last
let
week.
you go.
Where are we?
We were
Man.
10th last week. I mean,
We 14th.
14, man.
I'm going 14.
Yeah.
Scored 7 points.
It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic.
Lost another game at home.
I want to say we're 12th.
All right.
I mean, at some point, you got to stay ahead of teams like the Bills and
Oh, yeah.
Colts and Texans that you beat.
Say this.
There's a lot of other 7 and 7s. I bet you by record, we're in the top 10 still.
I'll tell you this crap keeps up. We're going to be starting it from 32 instead of 1.
Yeah, no bueno. No
Jeez.
bueno, muchacho.
The Niners are 1, deservedly so. The Ravens are 2. That's fine. Dallas is 3. They love Dallas. I don't know if they watch Dallas lose to Buffalo last week.
Or Arizona earlier this year, or getting blown out by
Miami's
San Francisco.
4. I don't like that either. Philadelphia is 5.
I think I put Detroit there.
Detroit is 6. Kansas City is 7. Buffalo is 8. Well, I tell you what, man, don't let those Bills get in the postseason.
They're trending.
Yeah.
They got the Dolphins, basically, and a couple of winnable ones.
Yeah, Chargers and Patriots.
Yeah, which, boy, when the season started, looked a lot tougher than now.
Remember earlier in the year when I was wailing on one of these talk shows saying Kevin Stefanski should lose his job?
Yeah, I never understood that.
That was the dumbest
He might be the coach
take.
of the year.
He is the coach of the year. 4 different quarterbacks he's won games. They're 9-5. However they done it.
So they're number 9?
They're number 9. Number 10 is the Bengals.
Okay. They beat us. I'm fair with that.
Yeah.
Of course, we didn't get that grace versus the Bills, but oh well.
Who said 14?
Your boy.
14 is the Rams.
Okay.
They're 7.
Shout out Sean McVay, by the way. You're giving out Coach of the Year honors.
Yeah.
Include him.
He would. That's fair. He's done a great job. 12.
I hope he appreciated the shout out this morning.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, Sean McVay out here in L.A. Thanks for the
Appreciate
shout
the
out. That was much needed. The Texans are 12.
Okay, so we're going to be 11.
Yeah, we got to be 11.
Yeah.
13.
We got to be ahead of the Texans.
The Colts.
Yeah, we're 11, right in front
11,
of those
12, and 13. The AFC
Yeah.
South.
We didn't drop that far.
No.
I bet, but the reason is when you look, there's a lot of 7-7, 8-6, 9-5 in the league, man. There's only 6 teams with 10 or 11 wins. There's only 2 more with 9, and so we are tied for the 9th best record in football. In fact, it's interesting. E.T., if you could give me Doug Peterson real quick before we go to break, because this fits right in line with our getting kind of hectic. But it's easy right now to think about what's all going wrong, but there is still a simple fact about the standings that Coach pointed out.
We're still in first place, I think. 4th in the AFC. We got a chance to, accomplish a goal that we set out to do, and that's to win the AFC South. Obviously, we're making it hard on ourselves, but we have to stay focused on that.
And focused on the Bucks. More talk on that as we move through this morning and through a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You could call him an artist.
We'll check the tape together Tuesdays on Jaguars Today.
Jeff Lageman paints you a picture with every play. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast, your on-time electrician on 1010XL.
Hickey here for Lockhart Construction. They're a long-time Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started it. Shane, his dad, his guys, Jacksonville people, taking care of people who live here like me. I needed a new bathroom, man. I brought in Lockhart Construction. They got the BWR seal of approval. Trust me, fellas, it's not easy to get. So if you need a remodel, a new home, no job too big or too small, give the Lockhart family a call. Their family will give your family a better living experience. I say you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. You got an idea? Give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Bold City Heating and Air is truly a family-owned and operated local company and treats all customers like family. Don't be fooled by the out-of-towner equity firms and national corporations that use local names. There's one name you can trust when it comes to your home's heating and cooling system. Bold City Heating and Air. Jacksonville grown and entirely loyal to this community. Schedule your winter maintenance by visiting boldcityac.com.
Upgrade your home with a winning combination of style and performance with custom windows and patio doors. For a limited time, get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, no interest for 1 year. Offer expires December 31st. Restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson. Proud to be the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
Big Chief Tire is more than just a tire shop. They're a one-stop destination for top-quality auto service. Frank Frangie here. With 4 generations of dedicated service, they've earned Jacksonville's trust by providing stress-free service at fair prices, from brake repairs to tire replacements, oil changes, and more. Gear up for the 2023 holiday season by making Big Chief your partner in safe and reliable travel. Visit BigChiefTire.com or schedule an appointment at any of their 5 Jacksonville locations.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You know, since I dropped my pounds with Awaken 180 back in September, I've had a lot of comments about how I looked. In fact, somebody just the other day said, hey, you look like you lost your spare tire. Honestly, they're not that far off. Picture this, a bulky, awkward car tire, 26 pounds or so. That's exactly what I was lugging around before Awaken 180. Did it take me 3 months, 6 months? Nah. 26 pounds gone in just over 1 month. Imagine slicing through air, feeling light like a sports car, not a clunky sedan with extra baggage. Imagine where you would be by the end of January if you started Awaken 180 today. Maybe down 20, 30 pounds. Why not just do it? The program is simple. The coaching is awesome. The results are even better. No meds, no starvation, no gym. And unlike the meds, you'll have a plan to keep the weight off when you're done. Free support for life, folks, so why wait? Give Awaken 180 a shout at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com and ditch that spare tire.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. Former Oregon Duck defensive back Traquez Bridges announced his decision Monday via a Twitter post that he would be heading to Gainesville to the University of Florida. He is one of 3 that has committed to the Gators via the portal. Florida and Michigan will play in the opener of the second Jumpman Invitational this evening in Charlotte, North Carolina. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. The Gators have won a season-high 3 straight and are playing a 3rd straight neutral site game. Phil Still, nationally known as one of the best college football analysts in the country, plays 5 Gators on his postseason SEC All-Conference team. Jimmy Crenshaw, Montrell Johnson Jr., Ricky Pearsall, Rocco Underwood, and Princely Umanmielen made the list for their play during the 2023 season. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson. At 8:09, it's 42 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Heading into the 8 o'clock hour. Glad to have you here on a Tuesday edition, Super Tuesday edition of The Drill.
Dano, I'm a little disappointed in you.
Talk to me, my friend.
And Jeffrey, you might have to help him out because you're a little more versed in this type of category.
Okay.
There's a big concert last night, Dano.
Oh, no.
Normally you know these things, you know what I'm saying, for the culture.
Yeah.
You haven't heard about that concert?
No, it's for locally?
Yeah.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go, man.
It was for the culture, though?
It was for the culture.
Was it Bone Crusher?
No.
Is this the guy?
Yeah, this is the guy, kind of close. Jeffrey, would you happen to know this artist? This is actually his biggest song. It's called Green Light.
Green Light?
Uh-huh.
That's Nas. Little Nas.
Rod Wave was in the city last night.
Who?
Rod Wave.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
No?
Where did he perform?
At the arena.
The big arena?
Oh, and it was packed.
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
A lot of kids, Gritty wanted to go. I'm like, no,
really?
No. School night. I didn't get that. But hey, man, to each his own. But yeah, Rod Wave.
100% Rod Wave.
But he's a big guy like Bone Crusher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, big like large man.
Yeah, large guy.
Is he top 10 guy?
I will say Bone Crusher sounds, even if they're the same size, a little more intimidating than Rob Way.
He's not top 10 all time. He's definitely top 3 in Florida right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You ready for a head slapping stat?
Yeah, I love head slappers.
To play along with your Pistons losing their 24th straight?
Yeah.
Since October 1st, the Pistons have the same number of regular season wins in Detroit as the Tigers.
Oof.
The Tigers' season ended October 1st.
Yeah, it's
They ain't won a game in forever, man.
It's bad.
I had a speed trap alert, ET, if you want to throw that out there for the boys and girls. We've got one right now, Fort Caroline and McCormick both ways. The Fort Caroline Baptist Church over there. If you see speed trap, you let us know. We're all working in this together. Keep some cash in your pocket. Keep the city streets safe, and let JSO and the boys.
Yeah, a couple
Catch a
NFL
little
notes
bit of
before we turn our attention to signing day, which is coming up tomorrow. The Falcons are going to go back to Heineke, which I think means the end of Desmond Ridder for good. And I guess that's the sticking point with the owner and the coach, because the coach handpicked Desmond Ridder, and he's just not been good enough. You watch more than I, but I saw him throw a pick in the red zone, and apparently he does that quite often, which is no bueno. So, and this matters because Atlanta plays Indianapolis. So we want Taylor Heineke to have a good day. And then I was also looking like if the Buffalo Bills do make the playoffs, man, oh, man, they most likely in the first round.
Would they be here?
Ravens, Dolphins, or Chiefs. That would be a brutal draw for Ravens, Dolphins, or Chiefs to start the playoffs and get Buffalo.
I think it was an interesting riddle they said the other day. I mean, it was kind of riddle to me. I don't know where my head was.
In other words,
Mrs. P knocked it right out of the park, but it was kind of an interesting factoid going on. You know, the Miami Dolphins now with their win on Sunday, if they win out, they control their destiny. And then you can say the Baltimore Ravens, after their win Sunday night, if they win out, they control their own destiny. Well, how's that true?
Yeah.
So they play each other.
And by the way, again,
and those two play each other. That will determine the
pet
AFC
peeve,
top seed.
can't control destiny.
Well, I get you.
Is that correct?
Well, I mean, that's what you always go to. Your destiny's your destiny.
Yeah.
If you control it, it wouldn't be destiny. But
yeah.
I think for sporting
You think it's okay?
cliches,
How about
I think
control
it's
your
okay.
fate?
No? Well, to be honest with you, fate and destiny are the same thing.
Same
so,
thing?
Yeah.
So no, if Buffalo got in as a 3 seed, right? Then you if you draw them, you're one of the big boys. You then have to beat Buffalo at home, then go to like probably Kansas City or Baltimore and win the conference championship.
I keep waiting for this stat to come out, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
This stat. I'm ready for the NFL annals to tell us that this is the most parity-driven year in NFL history. I'm waiting for it to come out, man. Does it not feel that way? Am I the only one? The whole league is 8-6 to 6-8. There is more middle ground parity this year in the NFL. You know the Monday Night Football underdog has won like 7 games in a row?
Mm-hmm.
The underdog in Monday Night Football.
I heard you talking about that.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it to be official. This is the most, whatever the measurables are, this is the year of the most parity in NFL history.
All right, let me give you.
There is no crazy top, and really the bottom is, it's crazy, but it's not jag bad.
Yeah, I need a little Who Am I music, please.
Okay.
Or player A, player B. Either one of those. Whichever one you would like to select, I need, and then I need you to tell me who's whom. Okay?
Who's whom?
Who is whom?
Whom is who? I like to say. No, I'm kidding. Go
Is
ahead.
it whom's who? No. Who's
I'm
whom?
just kidding. Yeah. Who's who is what
All right.
it is.
A little ditty. That's beautiful. All right.
Okay.
Last 3 games, okay?
Mhm.
Last 3 games. Player A has thrown for 779 yards with 5 touchdowns, 3 picks, and has a 91.5 rating. Okay? That's
That
player
sounds
A.
like Trevor.
Player B has 638 passing yards, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. That's player B. Who's who?
How many games?
Last 3 games. 779, 5-3, 91.5. 638, 0-2, and a 71. Who's whom?
I'm guessing that the first one Trevor?
That is correct.
All right.
Which, by the way, is not great.
Yeah, what are they again? What were those numbers again?
Second one is 638, 0-2, 71 rating.
Okay, so it's a guy
Who's
who's
whom, Jeff?
not playing. Could that be? It's not Stroud, is it?
Nope. That's a good guess, though, because he had like an 80-yarder,
He's
right?
kind of been off a little bit. How about
How about Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit, isn't he?
So interesting that Are we being too tough on Trevor, or are they killing Jalen Hurts in Philly, too?
They're killing Jalen Hurts.
They're killing Jalen Hurts in Philly. You know
Jalen Hurts, by the way, has earned a little bit more rope than Trevor has. So Trevor being killed here
Correct.
is much more worthy. I do think that.
But
Hurts,
I mean, that's 3 bad games.
Well, here's the deal, Dan. Jalen Hurts is not a great passer, and without the running, and he's been banged up and hurt. Now he did run some last night.
Yeah.
He's not a good enough passer. Those decisions, by the way, throwing those bombs, also kind of Trevor looking. He didn't show much awareness. I mean, you got a chance.
Yeah, you got a chance to get a field goal at the end of the game. You need 12 yards.
Right.
Why are you going deep?
Yeah, that's dumb. You know, what do you think Jalen Hurts' quarterback rating is? Like, it's only 89.9.
I know. And I wonder if
19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. We complain about Trevor's
18
turnovers.
18 and 10.
We complain about Trevor's turnovers. Jalen Hurts has turned it over more than Trevor.
Oh, dear. Now, listen.
Now, if you ask Jag fan, he would tell you Trevor's a bottom 5. He's bottom 5 quarterback.
Well, they're probably saying that in Philly, too.
But my point to the Jag who think that you're not paying attention to the other league, there's this notion, and I guess it's just because some people don't follow much sports outside of the NFL season. But they see the Peytons and the Mahomes. They think that any great quarterback is just great all the damn time.
But here, imagine this. Now, imagine this. Philly, or you can take a bigger Philly sports fan, right? I mean, your Eagles went all the way to the Super Bowl last year, a little unexpectedly, right? But what a great year!
Well,
I
did see this. They for the first time since 2021, they don't own or share the best record in the NFL. It's the first time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And they dang sure could have won the Super Bowl last year. It was a great game.
For sure.
And so then they come out like a house of fire this year.
Okay.
I mean, like the first team in forever to be 9-1 2 straight years or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it was.
Okay. Now here they are limping to the finish line. They've lost 3 straight games. They look and you've been riding like high as like the best team in the NFL for really like 2 years, and you might have nothing to show for it because, gang, let me tell you something. Getting to the Super Bowl and losing is
They're not going to the
brutal.
Super Bowl. Is there any part of you
No,
thinks
I'm talking about last year.
No, I know.
So you do that, and then you come back this year, and then you have nothing, and now you got 0 to show for it. Oh, that's rough. And
Do you
by the
feel
way,
like any
now
part of you feel like the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl?
No, and now I feel like this too. I feel like now I'm starting to not like the Sirianni cat because, like, I watched him last night, and he's like trying to one up Pete Carroll.
Okay,
you
in
show
what way?
respect.
You mean at the end of the game?
There was a call, and he's like looking over. He's like, "What are you doing?" It looks like he yelling at Pete Carroll across the field.
That's him.
I don't like that.
That's kind of this new generation. They're more like that too.
I mean, Pete Carroll, a little respect, okay? A little respect for Pete Carroll, who, by the way, won the game last night. So, anyway, I just thought that was interesting. All right, signing day is coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
And the Gators lost the X-Man, who a lot of people, Xavier Filsame, who a lot of people thought they would lose. Again, you should never, ever tweet at a kid who flips schools. Whatever, man. I don't care. I'm not putting that much effort into it. It wouldn't bother me that much. You need to check yourself if you're doing that. Now, the Filsame kid, he brought a little bit on himself. I know that the fans are going to kill him, but there's I saw a list of about 10 quotes, bro.
About being a Gator?
At different times about
Well,
how
that's how they
locked
do,
in he
dude.
was.
That's
I
kids.
get it. But not as much as this
I'll do
kid.
that sometimes 10 times in one show and change my mind from hour 1 to hour 4. So I feel you feel same.
I know.
I got to be honest, man. The Gator in me through and through. If I'm a recruit, I cannot fault any 18-year-old for deciding he wants to go to a winner
I think Florida,
rather than going down to old Billy Napier's house.
I think Florida's going to finish. But my point is, okay, they lost one. It looks like they're going to keep.
They're going to go down to about
they're keeping Lagway. They're keeping McCray. I think they're going
to best on each side.
I
They're
think
going to be about
finish
8.
8 to 10.
Yeah, which is the difference is this 8 to 10 they'll probably keep those recruits.
Yeah.
Whereas Dan Mullen, as you've often pointed out, would give you an 8 to 10 knowing he's going to lose the 3 top rated.
Oh, he would go load up on signing day with guys that nobody could take.
Yeah.
But anyway,
just to pump up
the number. But anyway, they're I think they're close to flipping a 4-star running back from Arkansas who decommitted from Arkansas. So there's still some things happening for Florida. Signing day is going to be important to them. The rumor is Georgia loses Raiola, so I think the rumor is Alabama's now poised to grab the top class maybe, but we shall see. And FSU is going to have a very good class. They got 5 stars. They have now entered the recruiting battles. Again, the hard part for Florida is The guy you got to recruit directly against schools that you play and have to beat. So you must out-recruit them to have a chance. And even if you come in 10, you bet. Now, the difference could be Lagway. Lagway could be the missing piece to the puzzle. If he's as good as, you hope he is, that could have the Deshaun Watson effect on Florida, like it did on Clemson. Like, I think if you go back and look when
Clemson was like a 9-4.
I think they were even lower than that, and they even when they got Deshaun Watson, but he was so good.
Well, let's hope Lagway's that guy.
He Pied Pipered him into the program, so that's obviously the most important one.
More than anything, Billy Napier can't go 5-7 again next year.
Well, that's the bottom line.
If I'm a player, I'm paying attention. This dude can't win. I got to go play for a guy who can win. Never mind how much I like him or what the ice cream tastes like in the players'
Now, one of the
union.
things that I heard buzzing around is, and I wonder if this has any direct correlation to ETN not announcing that he's going to Georgia. But one of the things I've heard, I don't know if any of this is true. I just like to kick it around in speculation, is that Georgia's not big into paying players. That their whole thought process is, look, if you come here, you're going to go to the NFL and then you're going to get paid. If you come here and you succeed and you can accept the challenge and be a starter here, you're going to play football, and they can back that up with names and numbers and contracts. Now, I'm not saying they're not paying anything. Obviously, they're paying some, but I mean, I don't. And so you wonder what is the situation with ETN? Like, where is he going to end up? Where is he going to ultimately choose? And I think that's fascinating. And many people thought it was Georgia, but if it is Georgia, why hasn't he announced Georgia already?
Yeah, I don't know. And again, like you're saying, I mean, there's like missed messages on like social media where he still feels attached to Florida's program a little bit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we'll see how that.
At this point, dude, running backs are a dime a dozen. I don't think that the Gators' record will be impacted by whether or not Travis or Trevor Etienne stays or leaves.
Yeah.
I think you give his carries to Trayon Webb or the next hotshot recruit, and that will fill the void just fine.
Yeah.
Etienne was good. He's banged up a lot. You know what? Billy Napier was very frustrating in the way he used some of those guys. To me, now there are reasons that they do it, blitz pickup and otherwise. But I mean, if you're Florida, I think you got to put as many matchup issues on the field at once. And I don't give a darn about the blitz pickup. I don't want my ETN picking up blitzes. I want him running jet sweeps or combo routes or wheels. So we'll see.
You know what recruiting is like? Recruiting is like free agency in baseball. And I'll liken it to this, like, Mets fans are waiting on this Yamamoto guy, and he's going to go to New York, or L.A., or San Fran in all likelihood, okay? And right now, as a Mets fan, you see all the beauty in Yamamoto. You want this kid, this pitcher from Japan. He's young. He can be your ace. He's got unbelievable numbers. You had success with Senga. You want Yamamoto. Just like if a Florida fan or FSU, you want that kid from Tampa Plant in the worst way. And you don't really know a whole lot about him, but you see, you've seen things. And then he comes and you celebrate. But if he spurns you, you then go for the warts. The hell with him. We didn't need him.
For sure.
It's a lot like free
sure.
agency in baseball. That's how I like in signing day too, because
and
especially
that's
when
fair.
it's a guy, at least in free agency in baseball, you sort of know what the kid can do. But if it's a kid from Japan or something like that, then you're like, oh man. So that's what I liken it to as I wait on this Yamamoto cat. Like, man, we got to get this Yamamoto cat. And then if we don't get him and he goes to the Yankees, I'll then rip him.
Well, Yamamoto seems to be a guy that and there's another younger pitcher that they haven't decided whether to release or not.
Yeah.
Who's better than Yamamoto, apparently. I'll tell you one thing that seems to have worked through the years. Those Japanese pitchers come over and they're good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, very rare are they terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not always.
Nomo, Senga was good for us this
or
year.
the guy, who's the kid, the guy that pitched for the Yankees all those years? Very important. What's his name?
That's
Stop it.
Kaz Matsui.
For real, dude. They had the guy, man. Yeah. Plus, you had the Daisuke Matsuyama's another
King
one.
Kong.
No, who was the guy for the for the Yankees. It was
Yu
like
Darvish is another guy who's pitching well.
I need the Yankee
Nomo,
guy.
Tanaka.
Yeah, no, they had another one before him that was even.
Masahiro Tanaka is not the guy you're talking
Didn't they have one before Tanaka? I'm talking about when they were.
I don't think so.
Man, I'm just thinking.
They had
the player Hideki Matsui.
Let's not forget about one of our favorites of all time, Harry Carey's guy, Hideki Irabu. He's a fat toad. You remember that one? You don't
yes, Hideki Irabu.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very flattering.
It was not nice.
All right, back with.
I don't know who else you're talking about. Are we
No,
missing somebody?
No, it must be.
I think it was.
It must
the guy
be.
I said.
Tanaka.
Yeah, Tanaka. He's a great pitcher. Yeah, for the Yankees.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me look his numbers up now, because you got me all flustered. Let's see what old Tanaka did.
I guess that's right. I'm just.
Yeah, Tanaka pitched for the Yankees and only the Yankees from 25 to 31 years old, from 14 to 20.
Okay.
And he was 13-5 and 12-7 and 14-4 and 13-12 and 12-6 and 11-9. He won 78 games, 3.74 ERA.
Yeah, that's him then.
Yeah, that's him. All right, we'll keep it rolling. This is The Drill. It's a Super Tuesday edition. And we'll be back with more here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
One play can be the difference.
He's racing down the sideline for the touchdown.
Performance Painting presents the high-performance play of the game.
That's how you finish right there.
On 1010XL, Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
It's one of life's most important decisions, right? If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children that you want to take care of, right? So Hicken here from Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? Gang, it's not something that's extremely pleasant to do, but it's something that's so important because you decide where your assets go to. And that planning will help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. And Matt Hinson's your guy. He's going to listen. He's going to help you with some tough decisions. He's going to provide you info needed so you are at ease with your choice. He's going to do it in the right way. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions, Maddie's got the answers. Reach out, 904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. Offices, Jacksonville, Florida. Matt Hinson and Hinson Law Firm. Don't let the state decide your fate.
Did you know the new 2023 Honda Accord Hybrid has an onboard system that charges the battery so you never have to plug it in? When you think Honda, you think quality, value, safety. Now think hybrid. Visit your local Honda dealer and experience the car of tomorrow today.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is Sheridan Tootin. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and Dr. Kevin Murphy put my right shoulder back together a few years ago, and I'm still feeling great. Now I'm using PRP treatment for my knee pain. No matter what you're dealing with, if you're enduring any orthopedic issue, my only recommendation is Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Over 10,000 Christmas lights is sure to bring a smile to a child's face. And that's what American Electrical does every year at the Ronald McDonald House. In fact, it's one of their favorite charitable projects every year. And when they turn the lights on for the first time, that's when you get the biggest smile. American Electrical, community-minded all year long and ready to take care of all of your electrical needs. Log on american-electrical.com and drop by to see the beautiful light display at the Ronald McDonald House. It's right in front of Nemours.
Cooking with Prisco.
These things are wonderful. You're going to love it. Have a rollie.
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
At Beaches Jewelry and Pawn, layaway is always an option. Times are tough for some, so anything you need or want from surfboards to tools to high-end jewelry, layaway is always an option at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
Since 2014, there has been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations in Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And check this out. I know you're not walking past 100 on the ground, so why are you walking past a chance to get this easy cash with MyBookie? MyBookie has the biggest online selection of odds and contests to fill your sports betting needs anytime, anywhere. So you can turn that sports knowledge into straight cash, homie. You can bet on the NFL every week, and you're going to absolutely love betting on bowl games. Or play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly blackjack tournament. If you've been waiting on the right time to get in on the action, the holidays are here, and that's the right time, my boy. Make your winning move today. Sign up at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL and claim your deposit match, redeemable up to $1,000. Again, that's promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus. Experience the thrill of sports betting right from the crib. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Are you ready for some postseason football in Jacksonville? Be at Everbank Stadium as Trevor Lawrence leads the Jaguars in a postseason push for the Lombardi Trophy. Don't miss a single moment of the action at the bank this postseason. Secure your seats for the first round now by going to jaguars.com/tickets or by calling 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank this January.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors and siding.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Salty is what I am. I'm
issues.
salty. The Jaguars have made me salty. Billy Napier has kept me salty. Billy Napier took me into one of those old school, like when you lived out on the prairie back in the day and you'd build a salt room. They'd build their own room. They'd take the meat in there and they'd just coat it with salt. It was salty. That's what Billy Napier has done to me. He's built a room down in Gainesville and I'm just salted. I'm hanging there like a side of beef.
Oof, dear. Will Howard is going to USC. It's a little bit odd. The quarterback, he was a Kansas State quarterback. Real good, but not a typical Lincoln Riley guy.
I think too that the portal is teaching us that quarterbacks you think that are good aren't always good.
Absolutely.
Right. Like I think about this. What's the Oklahoma State kid thinking? I think sometimes we learn after the fact that they were going to replace him is why he left, not because he's good.
Right. And then what's the point of going to Ole Miss? Yeah, what's the point of going to Ole Miss where you're not going to play?
And they had two of those guys that didn't play. They also had the kid from LSU, maybe? Who did they get?
Younger guy, though. He might have a chance after this year, but
Is Jackson Dart back for another year?
Yeah. They're all back. Ole Miss is going to be Ole Miss might be the pick in the West, although it's tough to beat Bama.
Go ahead with that. Well, there's no West next year, but yeah, to your point, I'm not ever picking Ole Miss to be, to win over that, peer group. That's the problem. Put them in the East, I'll give them a shot.
Somebody else had a good point too. I wonder if this is going to happen, and it has to legally. But with this NIL stuff, so say you get $500,000 to go play somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, If you get $500,000 to go play in California and you get $500,000 to go play in Florida, it's a lot more money worth it here than it is there because you got to pay taxes on it, don't you?
I think that the solution for getting college football back to they need to have to sign contracts.
Yeah. Do we start?
You don't get to leave. You can't have it both, bro.
I know.
You don't get the money and the ability to transfer sight unseen.
Yeah.
We've shifted it too
But
far.
then you hear the buzz that these schools, the reason why some of these kids are leaving, like SC lost a top corner and after a year, and some of the buzz about why guys are leaving, I'm not saying this is true in this particular instance, is because they're not getting their money. They were promised this and they got that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you promise me this and you don't pay me, I'd get leaving too.
Well,
you can't do
and then-
that. So that again,
I'm sure
that goes
it's
back to the
happening a lot.
contract. You know, if you sign the contract, then you got a agreement on both sides. But I don't know. The thing's a mess. I don't care. I hate it. But I will take note that tomorrow is a big day, and teams need to play well. Florida, by the way, one thing about Florida and their recruiting, their ranking, like they may be 10th, but if you look at the number assigned, like their average number is going to be a higher number because they're not signing as many, I think. Our buddy JK67, Jeff Clouk.
Yes, sir.
Is
Nice.
on the
Merry Christmas, Clouky, before we get
hotline.
going.
Yes.
All
Merry
Pro
Christmas,
Roofing.
guys.
Yeah.
Clouky, what's
Yeah.
up?
Well, I want to give a shout. Did you mention Q School earlier?
I did. I talked about your guy, JU guy. I saw you tweet about it, so I
Yes.
figured you knew him.
Yes.
So, what's his name? Raul? What's his name?
Raul Peretta.
Yeah.
He's one of the nicest guys, and you guys are going to love him. We'll get him on there with you. But, yeah, it was so nerve-wracking out there watching.
Did you
it.
go
It
watch
was
him?
like- oh, gosh, yes.
Now, did he?
It was,
Is he the one who Is he the one who had a couple chip-ins on the back nine?
Yes, he chipped in on 10 and on, 15?
Wow.
Or no, 14. And it was very nerve-wracking.
So you
But-
got to again. So if people understand this, it's Q School. You got to finish in the top 5. He finished T4, right? So he gets his PGA Tour card, which is just so awesome. But what did it come down to? Did it come down to the last hole? Was it that type of deal?
No, not for him.
Okay.
His routine and everything was so solid yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It made me jealous. Because, as you guys know, I was not the best at that. But he hit driver on 18 there on the valley and just right down the middle. And it was, there you go. He didn't need to go any farther.
Clouky, what I love about that is that's the golf that I appreciate now, not these selfish, greedy, money hungry. I want $300 million. I want, or I'll go there for $500 million. These are guys who are like chasing. And look, these guys have forgotten their roots because a lot of these guys had to go through this. But these are guys who are grinding for 5 years, 10 years. Guys who are 40 years old still trying to get back to the tour. I mean,
Absolutely.
There's some great stories out there.
What about 46 next year?
Yeah,
What about I could do it?
Yeah,
Try.
you
Right.
probably saw some guys that you may have played
Oh,
with.
absolutely. I saw a lot of them, and a lot of the reps. It was great.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. His parents got to go out, but yeah, having another ex-JU or former JU player out
There
there
we
on
go.
tour is fantastic, and everybody root for him around town. He's he's going to be an up-and-coming star.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on him, and we appreciate you. Clouk, have a Merry Christmas, my brother.
Hey, you too, guys.
All right, man.
Thank you.
There's our buddy JK67 checking in. And yeah,
67 would be the typical score we expect from him. That's how we ended up with JK 67.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I just don't have a real strong feeling about the whole live thing, so we can move past the golf. I just we all have issues in our life, work-wise. It doesn't matter. It triggers you, and I'm trying real hard not to get triggered by something, and I fail. You know this, Dan. I'm easily triggerable from time to time, especially if I get something in my head.
I love to pull the trigger on
I know
you
you do. The nonstop criticism from the fan base about Trevor is just so over the top. It triggers me. It makes me frustrated. It doesn't really make me angry, right? Like I got dude right now on the text line just telling me how much better than Trevor Jalen Hurts is, and how bad Trevor is, and what a turnover machine he is. And how dare I put Trevor Lawrence and Jalen Hurts in the same sentence?
I just
right?
compared the 3 games.
Well, forget the 3 games. This year, Trevor Lawrence has a higher completion percentage than Jalen Hurts. Trevor Lawrence has more passing yards than Jalen Hurts. Trevor Lawrence has the same touchdown passes as Jalen Hurts. Trevor Lawrence has fewer interceptions than Jalen Hurts. Trevor Lawrence has been sacked fewer times than Jalen Hurts. And Trevor Lawrence has a higher passer rating than Jalen Hurts. Now, he's similar in a lot of those. He's not significantly better. But how you can't deduce, well, then obviously Jalen Hurts has a lot better team around him.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts has all pros on the offensive line. He's got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. You could argue that Jalen Hurts' numbers should be better.
Absolutely.
So, I'm not trying to downgrade Jalen Hurts. I'm not trying to upgrade Trevor. You miserable fans who, as we reach a point where our team is positioned to be better than it's ever been, who constantly go to this no-brainer elementary, Trevor, I'm not saying Trevor's no good, he needs to play better. Well, no duh.
Yeah.
Right?
But he had a terrible game on
But everyone else is great, and Trevor stinks, and you knew it, and you can't put Trevor and Jalen Hurts in the same word. Yes, you can. Well, Jalen Hurts went to a Super Bowl, Trevor. Yeah, because of all those other things. So, and again, I love Jalen Hurts. But this notion, that Trevor Lawrence is like some bottom feeder quarterback who's going to keep us in like purgatory forever. You can accuse me of being negative. That's so beyond negative that it's just hard for me to fathom. And I'm not going to respond. I'm not even going to look anymore at the text line because here come the idiotic responses to what I just said, where they'll double down on these same like really baseline, low IQ football comments, and then it'll just frustrate me more. But, for the record, I know it'll shock everyone, but Trevor Lawrence is better statistically than Jalen Hurts in every single category this year. So to think that they are just like diametrically opposed as talent and potential seems really silly to me.
I saw that the NFL suspended that Kazee guy for the Steelers for the rest of the year.
They did.
Yep.
And I like that. And I think, did I tell you that yesterday that guy's a dirty player?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's always been a dirty player. And I just, again.
That's Marquise Lee, right?
Yes,
that's going back years.
Yeah, he did.
That's why he got suspended, because he's a dirty player.
Yeah.
He didn't get suspended for that hit.
Correct.
He got suspended for his history.
Because he's been doing it over and over again. And then I'm starting to, I got the GOAT speaking up and basically blaming the quarterback and blaming the game. And
that bothers me too, man.
I mean, I know you're going to get paid a lot of money next year to pontificate for Fox as you took your year off, your gap year, Tom. But I'm getting annoyed with you. I mean, I just want to remember you as the GOAT. I almost think, Tom, just go run around with the Hollywood starlets and don't open yourself up to me not liking you.
Are you kidding me? That kind of cash, he doesn't care if Dan Hicken likes it. They're paying that man a mint. This is the drill. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
You should care.
They're always fun. I want to see Tom Brady, so I do care.
I don't. I want him to shut the hell up.
Well, you've never liked
get
bitter.
that, please.
I got a pest today when we return. It might be you if you're not careful.
Yeah.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Some picks sound better on Friday than Monday.
On any given Sunday, you're either going to win or you're going to lose.
Listen for the Otterson Wealth Advisors risk-reward picks of the week.
So the object here is to win.
All day Friday on 1010XL.
Hey, we're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's good to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys, they take care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'm not an expert in that field at all. In fact, I'm a rube. So I found guys I can trust, number one, guys who are good at what they do, number two, and guys who make me money, number three. So I couldn't say more good things about Reed Wingate, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan. It wasn't just me. It was Junie Bug. It was Drew. 3 generations of Hickens. And they listened and gave us each individualized strategies where our goals become their priorities. So if you have a financial need or question, don't be intimidated. These are the guys to call because they're there to help you. Chris at ITPPartners.com, Chris at ITPPartners.com, or 312-971-51, 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I had one of those aha moments last week. During my Awaken 180 weekly weigh-in, I only lost 2.5 pounds. My coach, Krista, reviewed my week and pointed out that I had skipped a few meals. Turns out, skipping meals was actually slowing down my weight loss, not speeding it up. Who would have thought? And get this, she also advised eating more fats, yep, the good stuff like butter and oil, to get me back to losing 4 to 5 pounds per week. Now here I am, closing in on 30 pounds lost with Awaken 180 weight loss. It's these kinds of insights you just don't get when you're flying solo. That's the beauty of Awaken 180. The coaches aren't just cheerleaders. They're like your personal weight loss strategists, making sure you stay the course and reach your goals. It's not just about shedding pounds. It's about learning the how, so you can keep it off for life. Get your consultation on the calendar this month and get ready to start the new year with a proven plan. Reserve it online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Have you been approached by a potential buyer or investor for your business? You need to know what your business is worth and know the key value drivers that buyers and investors find most attractive. Maybe you're considering a full or partial sale. Let Patty Otterson, Kristen Vanez, and Caleb Kronik at Otterson Wealth Advisors guide you through the process. Visit OttersonAdvisors.com. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
When's the last time you had your dryer vent cleaned? A clogged dryer vent is a fire hazard and wastes money on your electric bill. First Coast Home Pros dryer vent cleaning specialists are here to help. FirstCoastHomePros.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 19, 1989, Celtics' Larry Bird begins his NBA free throw streak of 71 straight games, just barely short of Calvin Murphy's record of 78.
Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and thank you to all the members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Together, they've helped build a stronger foundation for Jacksonville since 1901. Enjoy spending time with your friends and families this holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Local 234. Make the right connection.
The best golfing weather of the year is upon us now, so be sure and book your tee time at one of the most unique and beautiful golf courses in North Florida. Visit HiddenHillsGC.com for the best rates.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows and $2.95.
Hey Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic looking for a parking space? Well, join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to Everbank Field is on JTA's Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 5 locations around Jacksonville. Passes start at $10 and are available exclusively on the MyJTA mobile app. Visit JTAFLA.com for full details. The JTA Game Day Express, where you're winning before the game even starts. Your Game Day Express is sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens.
Arthritis is the most common cause of joint pain in America and affects more than 50 million adults. Dr. George Barry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. For reliable diagnosis and comprehensive treatment options, come see me and the specialists at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. With more than 35 years of experience in orthopedics, our team delivers compassionate and dedicated care to relieve your pain. Set up a visit today by scheduling online or calling the office. Log on to BariOrthopedics.com with locations across Jacksonville.
E.T. here, Brackish Vodka, Jacksonville produced and distilled. A gluten-free corn-based vodka is the smoothest vodka you've ever had. Because it's mineral salt filtered after being distilled 5 times, you get the smoothest vodka on the market. And it's made right here in Jacksonville. When you drink gluten-free Brackish Vodka, you are supporting a local business and not a business based in Texas. Taste why 9 out of 10 people pick Brackish Vodka in a blind taste test. Drink like a local. Drink Brackish Vodka.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances performance in the bedroom. Call 904-664-8217.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Trayvon Walker tallied up 4 tackles, including 1 sack in the Sunday night primetime game against the Ravens. Walker continues to prove why he was the first overall selection of the 2022 draft class, and head coach Doug Peterson spoke highly of his performance.
I thought he played really well. You know, he was able to collapse the pocket. He was around the quarterback quite a bit, chasing some plays down from behind. I mean, I just thought he played the type of ball that, very capable of playing, something to build off of, and build from with him. But, yeah, I even thought the whole D-line as a group played well, controlled the line of scrimmage, for most of the game.
Doug Peterson, visit Jaguars.com for more. I'm Molly McDonald with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars Update.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Take it, Prince. I know this one, E.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Welcome back. Heading towards the 9 o'clock nasty. I was all against, getting rid of the Jets coach. I mean, he got dealt a bad hand. Aaron Rodgers went down in the first game, first 8 plays, whatever. Out for the season, tore his Achilles.
Okay.
But I will say this, man. I'm watching the Colts coach, Shane Steichen, who should get some votes for Coach of the Year.
Okay.
Do it with Chew. And I'm watching Stefanski do it with his 4th quarterback. And the only reason why I would consider a change with Robert Saleh, who's 16-33 as the Jets coach, is he's so badly, now I don't know who's in charge there. It could be Joe Douglas, the GM. But he's so badly mismanaged. And once again, media fans were right, and they were wrong. And it cost them their season. And they have a good team. And if they had gotten just a quarterback who could manage games, like Joe Flacco, who they had, I believe they could be not 5-9, but I believe they could be 7-7, 8-6.
I guess my only thing to that is, they had Flacco last year, and they didn't do anything. Yeah. He didn't do what he did this year.
But he's better.
He's
a better option than Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, or Trevor Siemian.
He wasn't last year.
Yes,
Those guys
was.
all played. No, he wasn't.
He would have been. He will be when he's 49, when he's 39, or when he's 29. To me, he'd be a better option. Now, again, I'm not sold on, I'm just saying you're able to win games if you have a defense like the Browns have or like the Jets have. I feel like if he had. So anyway, my point is now I don't know if that's Joe Douglas. Tell him, look, we got to play Zach. We got to find out once and for all. And we have found out, and he won't be back with the Jets. And we'll see what they do going forward. But he would be one of the coaches on the hot seat. There are a few coaches that are, again, we've already had firings and stuff, but the number one coach on the I'll tell you another one that I don't like.
Okay.
I say this with
another coach you don't like?
Yeah, this Eberflus guy and the way they run that offense and what they do.
He also looks like Super Dave.
Okay.
He really does. He has kind of Super Dave eyes when he has that look, not
But
Super
what they've
Trent.
done to Justin Fields has some talent and makes some plays. And they call weird plays, man. Oh my gosh, they're frustrating. And I watched their game a great deal on Sunday because I've had the Bears in an upset, and that would have been huge for me, but it didn't come through. And I just think that that group is not what I want. Now, again, you make a change, you got to go through. The
Bears aren't changing, Coach.
But I'll say this: they made a great trade mid-season. Trent, are you listening?
No, he's not listening.
They
he doesn't
traded
listen to us. I mean, we make too much
They
sense.
traded for, is it Montez?
Yeah.
Sweat?
Yeah, right.
Come on now, Sweat.
Josh Sweat plays for the Eagles.
Baby. They
just don't know where it comes from. Sometimes.
Let the music take control. They traded for Montez Sweat, who now leads the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears
already
in
with
sacks.
the Bears? Yeah, why couldn't we go get one?
And
well,
they signed him, Jeff.
Oh, a dance party is broken out in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. OMW. Yeah, that's old man dancing there. Yeah. Old man White. Yeah. He's gone from the robot to, the sprinkler. Doing the sprinkler. Doing the, I like it. I think we call it, there we go. That's jumping man. He's now doing running man. Yeah. I think that one's called the spasm.
But why not?
Huh?
Why not?
I don't because
we couldn't give up our second. We're not prepared to give up.
No, I don't
give
think it's
up give up a first rounder for Montez Sweat.
Part of the problem was it's the unknown on the second and third or fourth, that the designation they couldn't move the pick that would involve Ridley.
Can they give up a first rounder? Would you? We're picking 20-something next year.
I would, but I'm not. Yeah, I would for sure. I mean, I don't.
You could have signed him.
Well, I could have. I didn't need to do that, Dan. If I hadn't been so arrogant in the preseason,
Bro,
and I'd have gotten a
talk to
Clowney
me
or a
about
Floyd.
Montez Sweat, Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker.
I know.
Talk
buddy.
to me about that.
Talk to me about Clowney, Allen, and Walker. Talk to me about Leonard Floyd, Allen, and Walker. Talk to me about guys that were there and free and weren't even expensive. But no, we got the king of arrogance down there telling us in front of a live mic that sacks, quote, aren't that important. I mean, honestly, can the guy running your football franchise think, much less say, that, quote, sacks aren't all that important? Huh? Would it have been important the other night that instead of pressuring Lamar Jackson on that alley-oop up for grabs play that Smoot chased him all over the field, maybe the play would have been, quote, better had we sacked Lamar rather than pressured him? Would sacks have been overrated on that play? No, of course not. It's the most ridiculous thing, and we just accept it. Let's eat it up, I guess.
Can I get a college, please, for Montez Sweat? Come on now, Sweat.
He's Mississippi State
Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
I often get him and Josh Sweat, the FSU kid, confused.
Can I get an original college for Montez Sweat?
Hines Mississippi Junior College.
Well, actually, it was Copia Lincoln Community College, but there was a big one before that. He started somewhere else.
Is it an ACC team?
No.
I was thinking Louisville. So
Michigan State.
Okay.
I did not know that. But yeah, I mean, dude, what a great move by the Bears.
Yeah, for sure.
Lock
and by the way,
up.
the Bears are close, man. I mean, I obviously we can see here in town where you draft a rookie quarterback to take over what has been literally the worst team in the NFL for 20 years, and the standard they hold him to.
And the Bears got a big decision to make.
Right. So they're holding and the Bears have a high pick, so it's even different.
They have the first pick, Jeff.
Right. So here, the Jags, I mean, honestly, there is no thought of real people on replacing
If you decide to
Trevor.
keep Fields, you trade that pick for a ransom of picks.
But in fairness, it is fair to point out, like just like the Trevor v. Hurts, and I don't say this to win an argument. I say this for the rational fans who might have someone they work with who tells them this stupidity that we hear on the text line, to just kind of talk some comfort into them. You hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Like, this isn't downing.
I see what you're putting out there.
Yeah, this isn't to down or to win an argument with the inarguable, right? You're not gonna beat that negative opinion. They'll just keep telling you how right they are. When we say things like this, it's more to like put to ease average typical Jaguar fans who, don't want to believe what their cohort at work or their friend is telling them how Trevor is, quote, trash, right? But this matters. Trevor, when he came to Jacksonville, took over a roster that had been the worst in the NFL in back-to-back years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Justin Fields went to a team that just won the Super Bowl. There's a little bit of difference.
Little diff.
There's a little bit of difference in how you become what you are and what you're going to be.
Little diff.
There's also something called, a career. And many, many, many NFL quarterbacks throughout the annals of history haven't come in and been MVP as a rookie. It's often taken 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years to become who they're going to be.
Well, anyway, the other coach is on the hot seat. So I got Saleh, whether he makes it or not. I got Eberflus. I don't know if he'll make it or not. I got your guy, Artie Smith. I don't know if he's going to make it or not.
He's not very embraceable.
He isn't.
Yeah.
And he's not likable.
He's not likable.
And he hasn't used, he's an offensive guy who has not used, and again, it might be them, I don't know, but Drake London, Kyle Pitts, you got Bijan Robinson, and they're not, but you don't have the trigger man. And
and again, I don't know. I also you don't know in some of these situations how much influence the coach has on the draft picks. Arthur Smith is starting that Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
He should have started Heineke all along. So,
yeah.
But again, sometimes the GM is telling you, it's like Daniel Murphy said, he'll fill out the lineup, Cobb, in Major League
Well, in
Baseball.
case you missed it, Heineke back now starting. And
Yeah.
Ron Rivera, he's dead man walking.
Oh, yeah, he has been.
And then I assume Belly is going to leave. I'm thinking Belly to the Chargers. Yay or nay?
Oh, he out of there.
It
Don't you
feels
think?
like it.
You guys think so or no?
For sure. I definitely think so.
I think it's like, hey, and I think it'll be a mutual thing. I think like Kraft will be like, Bobby Kraft will call up John Bond and ask him what he thinks. John Bond will say something like, living on a prayer. And Bobby Kraft will get excited and head down to the parlor. It's 9 o'clock. It's the nasty.
It's gosh.
It's the drill.
Why?
I don't know.
Catlin Drug Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Your home for Florida Gators basketball is 1010XL.
It's Florida and Michigan from Charlotte. Gators Wolverines. Tonight at 6:30 on 1010 AM.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are attempting to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. How? I've instructed my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. We have thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground and priced to sell. We guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. At Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're here to wow you.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 46th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Open 7 days a week in December.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing fall specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Are you looking for durable, longer-lasting siding? LP SmartSide Trim and Siding is made from engineered wood that features durability and strength, thanks to a process called SmartGuard. This process treats every SmartSide product to the core, with waxes, resins, and zinc borate, and adds an overlay to the product, which helps LP SmartSide Trim and Siding withstand moisture, hail, humidity, and helps provide resistance against termites and fungal decay. Visit your local 84 Lumber to learn more.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on South Side near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. 2 great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
This is Hayes Carline for Spicklemeyer Insurance Agency. I was paying too much for car insurance, paying for things I didn't need. My friend John Spicklemeyer fixed all that for me with impeccable customer service. For all your car insurance needs, call John at 471-7155.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Kicking here for my friends at Nimnick Buick GMC. Want to wish you a joyful holiday season and a new year filled with many more miles together. Like, if you're tired of shopping these online dealers that overpromise and underdeliver, are you ready to sell or are you looking for a deal? Find your next used vehicle at Nimnick Buick GMC with Car Bravo. So easy to use. The #1 Car Bravo dealer in the Southeast region and top 10 in the country, ladies and gentlemen. You can go to NimnickBuickGMC.com, NIMNICHD, GMC.com, or, of course, always go to the showroom off Phillips Highway and discuss the future of used vehicles. How about this? You need an oil change from the comfort of your living room? You bet. Book it at NimnickBuickGMC.com. They'll come to your home or your business, and they will take care of business. You know why? Because they're there for you. They've been in the business for 82 years. Because they do business the right way. Family owned and operated. Nimnick, your friends of the car business since 1941. We are professional grade GMC.
Malfunctions in your electrical panel can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8 Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Royal Pest Services. FSU's men's basketball will be at home to take on the Ospreys of UNF this evening. This is the start of a 5-game road stretch for the UNF men's basketball team. Game time is 8 p.m. Georgia junior quarterback and Jacksonville native Carson Beck has announced he plans to return for the 2024 season instead of entering the NFL draft. Georgia announced Beck's decision on social media. The fourth-year junior will lead the Bulldogs against Florida State in the Orange Bowl on December 30th. Victor Hovland isn't going to join Live Golf. Hovland, the reigning FedEx Cup champion and current number 4 ranked golfer, shut down rumors Monday that he was going to make the jump. Though he isn't going, Hovland says he gets why John Rahm did what he did. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:10 and it's 43 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Well, the story must be said. I mean, the team that has The most fumbles in the NFL this year are the New York Jets, but right behind them with 25 fumbles, the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is not a winning formula. By the way, the team that is next, the Chicago Bears. Jets, Jaguars, Bears. That tells you that we've had a lot to overcome with those turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over. And you know who leads the team in fumbles, and he's second in the NFL in fumbles lost, and that would be Trevor. He has 6 now. Again, something that he's got to figure out how to correct. Because you know who's fumbled the most, quarterback-wise, and lost the most? Josh Dobbs and Zach Wilson was 7. Patrick Mahomes has 2 lost fumbles. He runs around a lot. So, again, something that can be, should be, and must be corrected by Trevor Lawrence. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power. You need a forklift rental? Lift Power has more than 900 machines in its rental inventory. A diverse fleet, indoor and outdoor forklifts ranging from 3 to 10,000 pounds from top-name brands. You know what Lift Power does? They customize, they deliver, they service all forklifts to meet each customer's needs. Contact Lift Power today at liftpower.com/contact to learn more.
All right, we're back on a Catlin Trucking Accessories Tuesday. I'm glad that the 24-hour rule is in effect. We don't have to look back anymore. We've lost 3 straight, Dan. That's been a kind of a curious trap that more than one good team has fallen into this year. Okay,
Yes.
The Bills lost 3 in a row at one point.
Yes.
They're 8-6. They're currently out of the playoffs. But the following 5 teams are all in the playoffs if they started today.
Okay.
Including some high seeds. The 49ers, the Eagles, the Jags, the Bucks, the Colts have all had 3-game losing streaks. So the question I kind of feel like as I'm sitting here, which one are we? Are we Eagles, Niners 3-game losing streak? Or are we Colts, Bucks 3-game losing streak? Feels a lot closer to Colts, Bucks, doesn't it?
It does, and maybe it's because of the recency bias of losing 3 in a row. But I just think what we've learned in 2023 is that we screwed up 2023 offseason in a big way.
Yeah.
And we didn't do enough that we needed to do to make this team.
And in fairness, this isn't a hindsight argument.
No.
We were screaming this all offseason before it happened. I mean, I have never felt more victimized by a sports take that got no play than Leonard Floyd. The day the Rams released that joker, I said, sign him tomorrow. Remember? Mm-hmm. Sign him tomorrow. He's got like 9 sacks for the Bills now. I mean, it's just, what are we doing, man? It was just arrogance, man. It was arrogance just not from a personal look at me, I'm pretty. Just arrogance in what you've built or where your growth chart is to stay. I mean, we recognize we didn't want to mention it that way, but we got lucky at the end of the year. The Titans game could have very easily gone the other way. Well, I mean, and then the playoff game, we're down 27-0.
Another one, but we can go over these until we're blue in the face. But Danielle Hunter was a guy who we thought might be available. You know what he's got? He's got 15.5 sacks this year, okay? Montez Sweat, we talked about. He's got 12.5 sacks this year. Justin Madubuike was a guy we looked at in the draft years ago. Kayvon Thibodeau, 11.5 sacks. He was in the same draft as Trayvon, who's had a good year. Leonard Floyd, you mentioned. Hassan Reddick, who went from Arizona to Philadelphia, has had another good year. I mean, these are guys that are out there that you must go get.
The key is this.
Clowney, 7.5 sacks.
Well, there's also this. There's also this, dude. You let guys go, and then you kept guys that really haven't. I mean, I don't know what the football grades tell us. Roy Robertson Harris, I haven't seen him and heard him much this year, Dan.
No.
Devon Hamilton has been on the shelf. I guess that's not his fault.
Yeah.
But those are the 2 guys you elected to extend.
And you knew, and Smoody,
I mean, Arden Key would help if he were here.
And you brought Smoody back knowing what you knew. This is going to take time. He's now at about a year. So
he's not been what he was.
But he played better the other night, and
I
think there might be something there for him in the stretch run. Because Smoot's a guy, and we had him on the show last night, but the one thing I like about Smoot and appreciate is that
only one thing?
Yeah. Well, no, 2 things. He's a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee, and he does a lot. He started a school with his wife, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And the second thing that I appreciate is he's a guy who came into the league and had to prove himself each year and has gotten better as a football player.
Remember Smoot started like 40 games with no sack?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He started his career because they got him. He was like a third rounder.
I think he's got 23 now in his career.
He's kind of gotten into that 5.5, 6.5 rut. It's a nice rut to be in the last few years. But I'm pretty sure Smoot came in and went like a year and a half, 2 years without getting a single sack.
Might be right. You might be right.
Can I get a college for Smoothie Smooth,
Yeah, it's
please?
Illinois.
I don't know why I tried y'all like
Yeah,
that. My bad.
That's it happens.
Can
Can I get his sack totals the first 2 years?
Can I get a college for
First
Antoine
two-
Winfield Jr.?
Yes, Ohio State.
Yeah, too easy.
Okay.
Well, keep playing.
Antoine Winfield Jr. is not Ohio State.
Oh,
I
he's
don't
not.
think.
Oh, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota.
All right, tough guys.
Minnesota.
And I got one more.
They're going through Bucks now. We're going down the Bucks path.
Yeah, Yaya Diaby.
Who is he? That's Louisville.
That is Louisville.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good pull.
Try my dog.
Yeah.
He's got 5 sacks this year. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Ding dong.
Ding dong. Our love for you.
It's going wide and long. It's going wide and long. You do you. I have today's.
Do we have a Yaya on our team?
Ding dong. No, we have.
What's the kid's name who doesn't play every week?
Yasir, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yasir. We can call him Yaya.
We
Maybe
should
that'll
call
work.
him Yaya.
It also appears that as if Trent Baalke has drafted 2 or 3 D linemen in the first 3 or 5 rounds who can't get onto the field at all. So another smooth move there, Trent. Very, very impressive that you've used the Yaya Ding Dong and Tyler Lacey on guys that, don't play. So, again, you've given us a draft with nothing, and you went through free agents and gave us nothing. So we really appreciate the fact, and this goes across the board. It's not just we here in the local media. I'm sure the team and Doug and Trevor, they all appreciate that somehow our roster is no better now than it was a year ago. That's not what the upward curve is supposed to look like. I'm just saying.
No.
It's time for today's Pest of the Day, brought to you by Mission Pest Solutions. Veteran and locally owned and operated. They're my solution for all my, listen, Miss P is on top of these things, and she tells me Mission Pest Solutions is the best thing out there. Locally owned and operated. Text or call 944-PEST right now. You'll speak directly with the owners. It's that kind of company. By the way, right now through the end of the month, so you got another week and a half, set up your first initial pest treatment. You'll get it free of charge just for listening to 1010XL. Told them you heard it here. Have it done before the end of the year. Make that switch, and they will be your pest partner for life. Mission Pest Solutions. E.T., you're not going to be happy.
Talk to me.
I am not opposed in theory to an NBA team doing what the Lakers did yesterday. Only you got to be the Grizzlies or the Hawks. You got to be the Nets or the Cavs, right? The Pistons. You got to be the Pacers, who they beat in the final. But if you are the Los Angeles Lakers, steeped in tradition and success,
banners galore. Statues everywhere.
You can't do what you did last night.
What a joke.
You can't raise a
Can't
banner
lose to the Knicks
for winning the NBA Cup. This little in-season. Now, I know what happened here, so I'm going to give the Lakers a slight pass. The NBA called them and told them, you darn well will lift a banner. We're trying to grow this thing, and having one in L.A. will matter. But it just seemed a little bit untoward.
I can't do it, Skeletor. I know you want me to, Skeletor. I'm not doing it.
Skeletor be Adam Silver.
Uh-huh. Isn't that his name?
He looks like a bug to me more than Skeletor, but whatever. The praying mantis, I call him. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, the league told them they had to do that. Oh, by the way, I've got another league conspiracy. So that's the Pest of the Day. Lakers raising a banner for the NBA. I mean, you got 20 NBA championships. This would be like the Braves raising a banner for, and even less, for, like, winning a wild card series. Stop it.
At least they didn't do a parade.
And who knows? Wait till the season ends.
it might be.
I've got another conspiracy theory, and this one is also true. And this is going to come up, right?
How can a conspiracy theory already be true?
Some theories become fact.
Okay.
You just got to wait on the fact.
As you said, this has become fact?
I believe it is.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear it then.
Although I don't have the facts in front of me. This is going to come to a head.
Yeah.
There's going to be, at some point, representatives of this punter, the punt god from San Diego State. What's his name? Ariza?
Yeah.
Okay. There's going to be a point where they sue the NFL for cutting off his right to work without any due process, for banning him from the league and blackballing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very quietly, the league, this is what I believe happened. The league called the Jets. They told the Jets, hey, the Jets, you need to bring in this punter, give him a tryout, and then cut him real quick. So that when he sues us, we can say, hold on now, we gave him a path back to the league, but up against competition, he was not able to win the job. Rather than the reality that the Bills used a draft pick on him, and they darn sure were going to give him the punting job, and he would have kept it for 10 years. So there's the conspiracy theory that I think has actually happened. The NFL called the Jets, made him bring in this cat and cut him, give him a tryout and cut him so that he wouldn't be able to double back and say the NFL took away his right to work because they're dirty, greedy so-and-sos. That's why.
But why the Jets, though?
Whoever. I'll tell you why, because they're right across the street there.
Okay.
Yeah, Goodell can call his buddy, Johnson & Johnson and say this is what's happening.
Definitely.
New York, because it's right under their microscope.
Gotcha.
It wouldn't surprise me if the league sent an intern over there in sunglasses to watch and make sure they didn't sign him. Conspiracy theory gone fact.
They're everywhere.
So anyway, there you go. Conspiracy theories,
You remember when
pests of the days, we got it all.
You remember when Lamar Jackson was a free agent?
Yeah, the Falcons would have been nice for them to go get him.
Falcons decided not to sign him because they wanted to spread their money out.
But they said after the fact that he was never leaving Baltimore, but still, I would like to make him prove it. Could you imagine the Falcons with Lamar?
Could you not, if you're Arthur Blank, you couldn't have handed him the Deshaun Watson contract?
Yeah, you could have. They tried to hand Deshaun Watson the Deshaun Watson contract.
Let me just ask you this question.
Huh?
If Lamar Jackson were on the Atlanta Falcons, what would their record be right now?
10-4.
Yeah.
10-4.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're idiots.
And in fairness,
they're
now,
idiots.
Well, I begged you for that one too, Hick. When he was out there, I mean, I was begging for the Falcons to go get Lamar. I begged for that. That to me was the one that made the most sense of all of the potential landing spots.
Mike Vick 2.0.
Now, after the fact, Lamar kind of indicated he was never going anywhere else.
Yeah. Like I said, if you threw
Maybe.
$240 million guaranteed dollars at him, he would have went somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. Trending?
We'll do that when we return.
Oh.
It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the best bet card rooms of Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine.
It's time to point the finger at Trevor Lawrence. The slumping Jaguars have lost 3 straight games, find themselves in danger of missing the playoffs, and Lawrence's sloppy play has been a major factor in the team's sudden decline. In Sunday's 23-7 loss to the Ravens at the bank, the Jaguars found numerous ways to throw away points. The most inexplicable was Lawrence's fumble inside the red zone. He ran untouched when he suddenly dropped the ball. For the record, no quarterback has more fumbles than Lawrence over the last 3 years. Then there was the end of the first half. The Jaguars had no timeouts. They were inside the 10 with only a handful of seconds remaining. Twice Lawrence threw short passes short of the end zone and inbounds. Time expired before they could kick a field goal. There's no denying Lawrence has incredible talent and is a major factor why the Jaguars are no longer a laughingstock. But he's also a major reason the Jaguars are now dragging their tails.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
It's a fact. Cold weather kills car batteries. Make sure your battery is strong enough to withstand another winter. Have it tested for free at Batteries Plus. Need a replacement? We have plenty of options available from the industry's top brands. Plus, free battery installation in most vehicle makes and models, or upgrade to Premier installation for added protection. You'll also find jump starters, windshield wiper blades, and other winter auto essentials at your nearest location or online at batteriesplus.com.
Stop stealing joy from loved ones by missing out on making memories because of your joint pain. PRPrelief.com has the answer. A local clinic with natural regenerative treatments. Go to PRPrelief.com today for your joint pain.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
You don't have to be
a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Clemson versus Kentucky, December 29th, noon, Everbank Stadium. For your chance to win 4 tickets, 4 touchdown party tickets, a parking pass, and game day program, text TaxSlayer to 641-1010.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Brackish Vodka, a Jacksonville-produced and distilled gluten-free corn-based vodka. This is the smoothest vodka you'll ever have. And because it's mineral salt filtered after being distilled 5 times, you get the smoothest vodka on the market. And it's made right here in Duval County. When you drink this gluten-free Brackish Vodka, you're supporting a local business and not just some business based out of Texas. Taste why 9 out of 10 people pick Brackish Vodka in the blind taste test. Drink like a local, drink like your boy. Drink Brackish Vodka. Come on, somebody.
Do you love sports? Do you also love wings? Enjoy the best wings in Jacksonville in Miramar, Mandarin, and Oakleaf at Players Grill. Watch your favorite teams and enjoy burgers, pizza, salads, and of course, wings. Players Grill, where the neighborhood meets.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Whether you are looking for a job or an employer trying to hire, there's only one stop in Jacksonville, Remedy Staffing. Labor trends keep us guessing. As employers, the job market has been strong. So what does that mean for workers' availability? If you're interested in the workforce solutions or how the Remedy team can help you, call or text Crystal at 904-329-9802. 329-9802, Remedy Staffing.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
PRI Productions is the official game day production partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi, I'm Randy Goodwin, president and owner of PRI Productions. Chances are, if you've been in Jacksonville over the last 30 years, you've seen our work, from corporate and social events to concert production and much more. We have the equipment and expertise to make your next event memorable. So call the experts at the Jaguars Call. PRI Productions, bringing your ideas to life.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner with honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Hey, gang, introducing you to one of my favorite new daily sports apps. It's Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in, well, all of North America. It's very easy. To me, it's the most exciting way to play DFS. And I also like this. I just like playing against the numbers, man. Give me a player, give me a projection, and let me use what insight I have to determine if he'll go, more or less than the numbers they are projecting. In other words, you're going to have a game where Travis Etienne, the number will be 82.3. He's going to get more or less than those rushing totals. I like it that way. Instead of battling a cast of thousands, who knows what bots and computers and sharks and everyone else is there. So you can find out what Prize Picks is all about, how easy and fun it is, by going to prizepicks.com/1010XL. Use code 1010XL. You'll get a first deposit match of up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/1010XL. Use code 1010XL for your first deposit match.
Since 2014, there has been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality built homes and a speedy move-in process, we are in 20-plus communities in the best locations in Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. It's 9:32, Jacksonville. I want to see what's trending on social media with all these crazies out there. And when I need that, I go to my man E, and he razzle-dazzles me up and tells me what in the world's going on out there. So, Emmanuel, without further ado, I don't know if you're starting with the Randall out-dueling LeBron or not, but have at it, my friend.
Number 5.
Well, since you want to bring that up,
yes,
I will say that it was banner night last night in L.A.
It was. Congratulations.
And the Los Angeles Lakers won the inaugural
Are we seriously going from best of the day to trending? I
We
mean,
just
those
did.
two don't. I mean, that's just like that's oil and
just
water
happens.
a little bit.
I don't think he agreed with your pest today. Is what I'm saying.
LeBron James was crowned MVP.
LeBron James.
He did it for his teammates.
He did it.
He don't need that $500,000.
Yeah.
But his other teammates, they won it.
Oh, he didn't take the $500,000. Did he give it to the? Oh no, never.
He took it.
Ain't no
Got to give
telling.
it to Bronny when he skips the next Lakers game to go watch Bronny play 4 minutes against Long Beach State.
He didn't skip. He didn't skip. They didn't play
He got
that
lucky.
way.
Yeah, he got lucky, right? He was going to skip. This is how important the banner raise was. Had Bronny played that night, LeBron wasn't going to go play in the NBA Cup finale.
I wonder.
Has Bronny played more than a game?
That's a good question because
I'm
game
gonna look up
one,
Bronny. He didn't do much. 4 points, I think.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
We gotta understand too. Bronny's name and his, daddy's name was
take
always
him a
bigger
long
than the.
way.
But I don't think he's like.
Oh, he can play.
Yeah, I mean that's not a gift giving the kid a scholarship.
I got a big game tonight at Alabama State.
Well, I mean, you better bring it when you go play the.
At Alabama State.
Can I get it? You ready for this one? Can I get an Alabama State nickname?
Hornets.
Good call. I
Stop
like that.
trying my dog.
I like that. I like how he got that. I did not.
Bronny played.
I had zero confidence in him.
I don't know how many minutes Bronny played, but he had 2 rebounds and 5 points against Auburn in a
Big night.
91-75 loss. SC
Big
5
night.
and 6.
Big night.
Dang, Bronny.
Bronny bringing it, man. Let's go with Bronny James right here. He's averaging 15.5 minutes on the season, averaging 4.5, 2.5, and 1 assist, shooting a robust 28% from field goal.
True freshman, LeBron James.
28. Two
He's,
for 10, about 2 for 10 from the field.
But yet, I would tell you this. I'll bet you $1,000 he's on an NBA roster.
Oh, for sure.
It's some team that wants LeBron. Do the Lakers just go ahead and get Bronny just to keep LeBron? You do, don't you?
Yeah,
I mean, put him on the bottom of your roster.
Yeah.
And what if LeBron says he has to start? Do you do that too?
Come on, LeBron.
Where do you
can't
draw
do
the
all
line?
that.
Yeah, you got to draw the line.
Where do you
Gotta
draw
draw
the
the
line?
Come on.
Like LeBron can dictate that you take him. What if LeBron says, but you got to start him?
No.
I don't think LeBron would ever do that,
Yeah.
but I'm just wondering.
But yeah.
No.
Number 4.
Earlier this morning, Jeff and I had a conversation about sneakers. He had noticed my tennis shoes.
Yes.
And I noticed Dan has on the Air OMWs.
Yes.
Old man Whites.
Yeah, I didn't even peep what Jeff got on his kicks. But a Complex, I don't know, we ain't doing that sad music. Complex named the sneaker of the year.
He's got the old man New Balance on.
Okay, he don't got the OMWs on. New Balance is actually making a real run right now with the kids. It's
New
a thing.
Balance?
Are they?
Yeah, he just told me these aren't New Balance.
Oh
Well, there's an
They are.
N on them, right? Is there another
That's
one?
definitely New
Maybe they're
Balance.
not. Yeah, right?
No, it is.
That's
Like, these aren't New Balance.
We don't mean to give you such a hard time. Just
I kind of like the underneath
the
part.
tread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at it. That's
You'll be
short.
easily spotted if you commit a bloody crime, though.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
for
they
sure.
are.
Yeah, they are New Balance. That's why I called them that. Yeah.
But the sneaker of the year named by Complex.
Sneakers are a big deal, man. They always have been.
Oh.
Sneakers were a big deal when we were kids. And now the sneaker game, the choices y'all
Wow.
got.
Wow.
Like back in the day, our choices, what color canvas Chuck Taylors do you want? And then the leather ones, like the nice basketball
Yeah,
shoes, that
yeah.
Converse first one, the All-Star,
Uh-huh.
the Jordan, the Adidas was the bad. the badass one, really.
Really?
What was that Adidas shoe, Hick?
The shell toes?
No, but it was called the I don't know, the Fast Break or the Top 5. It had a name, but the Adidas was the Bad A, and the Converse leather with a little thing around your ankle. But anyway, I digress.
Sneaker,
You digress.
So yeah, but today's day and age, there's a million sneakers. What's the sneaker of the year?
The sneaker of the year is the Air Jordan 4, the SB Air Jordan 4.
Is this only available to Nike product, or could it have been anyone?
No.
So it's Nike's.
Yeah, it's a Jordan shoe, actually.
Do you have that sneaker?
No. I have a pair of the Jordan 4s, but not that colorway.
Okay.
And it's a real popular colorway amongst all the kids.
Very expensive.
Oh, my goodness. Expensive ain't the word.
Number 3.
Gentlemen, does the name Jake Wallman ring a bell?
Jake
Wallman.
No.
Hockey player.
Okay.
But what caught my eye about this story is after he hit a beautiful slap shot from the midline.
He shoots, he scores.
He shoots, he scores. He plays for the Philadelphia Flyers, I believe. That's the Flyers, right? Philly?
Yeah.
Hit a slap shot from the midline. It was beautiful.
Center ice.
In overtime to win against the Anaheim Ducks.
Wow.
But what was impressive is his celebration.
Okay.
Jake hit the gritty.
Oh, on skates.
On the skates.
I'm watching this YouTube golf, and I see this one where they're doing where you lift one leg and you take it over, and it looks like you're kind of floating. What's that one? You know what I'm talking about?
I actually just posted a video.
Are you trying to do it? Can you do it?
Not as good as my son.
Are you trying to learn how to do it? But you know what I'm talking about? You like cross one over and then the other, and but if you do it good and efficiently, it looks like you're just
sliding.
floating.
Yeah, I'll show you a video of Gritty doing
All
that.
right, yeah.
That's a tremendous story. Just a small little cleanup for you.
Holla at me.
It's the Detroit Red Wings.
Same colors.
Flyers. The Flyers have a
not really, but that's okay.
The Flyers have a similar logo.
Yeah.
I mean, at least kind of that wingy looking.
Flyers are more of a because they're burnt orange.
It's orange and black.
I thought that was
Red Wings are red.
Hockey. Let's do that hockey.
It's okay. You do that hockey thing.
Man. Dang it, man.
I thought you were going to preview tonight's big showdown at Maple Leaf Gardens with their blue
I
shirts.
just saw you lost to somebody. It
We
was
beat the
surprising.
Bruins Saturday.
No,
Leave us
somebody.
alone.
Didn't you just lose somebody surprising before that, or no?
Yeah.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
As they say in Philadelphia, let's go Red Wings.
The Steelers, safety, or I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
The gentleman.
Kazee.
Yeah.
He has been suspended for the remainder of the season. As we stated before, he is a habitual offender.
Yes.
And I think that the punishment fits.
I would agree.
He went in high and hard on that guy the other day, that's for sure. High and hard.
It looked like
in that
intent,
Saturday.
too, right? And again, it wasn't just that. It's a combo. He's a dirty player, man. Some guys are look, it's okay to, nothing wrong with it, unless you're a dirty player, but you're a dirty player, Like I told you, the guy at Alabama is a dirty player. The Dallas Turner kid, he's a dirty player.
Yeah.
They go crazy. Hick, he's not.
And by the way, when it's your guy, you don't mind having one dirty player. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was kind of that for Florida when we had him, and is now. Yeah, some guys are like that. They're dirty players. Yeah. I'm okay with a dirty player on my own team. I hate him on the other team.
Right. Like a Dylan Brooks. I'd probably like him on my team.
Yeah, but then once they leave, then you hate him even more.
Yep,
it's like, how did I ever like that guy?
Right.
I let my own standards down just to root for you.
Number 1.
This is it, the hottest story in America. By the way, I want to remind everyone that Trending is brought to you by Pet Paradise. Don't forget to set your holiday reservations throughout these next couple of weeks. Go to petparadise.com, and they still have the Home for the Holidays special going on. This holiday season, Pet Paradise partner with Florida Urgent Rescue, finding loving homes for 4 local pups in need. So check them out by visiting Pet Paradise's website, and then you're going to find out some of the other amenities at Pet Paradise. When they bring to your forever home, we're going to send them through the Pet Paradise 21-day dog training program, and they will also arrive with a 1-year wellness plan from New Day Veterinary Care. New Day and the dog obedience, all available at your Pet Paradise locations around town. Get the app, monitor them that way, and make the switch. Forget the imitators. Go with the innovator, Pet Paradise. The number 1 story.
Last night, Seahawks staffer bumped A.J. Brown.
I saw that. And he
Brown
did.
Then turn around and shoved him.
Yep.
I didn't have a problem with that exchange, kind of, because it was kind of in the moment.
Yep.
But then what I had a problem was then A.J. Brown, approached him. Because it could have easily been a player that bumped him, because he was on the Seahawks sideline. And, all the pushing and shoving that kind of goes on around there.
Well, the only thing I would say about that with A.J. Brown is, hold on now, y'all came to your guy's defense when he did the same thing.
Huh?
It was the Eagles' Dom. He
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
guy when
yeah.
the other, and then the Eagles. But was it more like I didn't think Dom did anything wrong. Dan disagreed. He put his hands on an NFL player. Well, he is
These
security.
guys, these staffers and security guys, got to get the hell out of there.
Gotta get out the
I
way.
mean, this guy should be banned from the. This guy lowered
Dom
his
is
shoulder.
banned. See, I didn't see it. So
He
yeah, that's
lowered his shoulder.
That's different.
It's not
from
that
the
big
Dom.
a deal, but I mean, don't do that. Who are you?
Now,
You're
is
not
he
even a coach.
Is he lowering it to take the impact
no,
of the hit, or is
he was mad because AJ pushed the other guy as he's walking back to the sideline.
Yeah,
and he's walking close to the guy, so the guy gave him a little shoulder shiver.
So with this one, you can't really tell if the Seahawk player meant to bubble because these guys they're methodical with what they do. So he probably meant to, but it looks like he didn't mean to. But then A.J. Brown turned around and shoved him because it could have been a player, you don't know. But then A.J. Brown approached him, and that's where I have an issue. It's like, you see, it's not a player. It could be a coach. It could be just a staff member. There's no reason to approach that man. But, hey, when you're in the heat of the moment, it gets like that.
That's what's trending.
Yeah, I guess. But to Dan's point, there should be a new rule that a coach is different. But if you're a staff, like an assistant coach, I'm okay if they touch a player. They're all in the same fraternity.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying punch someone. I'm just
Right.
saying, like, I didn't think Dom was okay to put his hand on the man's shoulder pad. That's far from an aggressive move.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, if you're low on your I didn't see last night's play, so I'll just stop commenting at this point. That's what's trending. Brought to you by Pet Paradise. Don't fall for these imitators. Go with the innovator doing pet spa treatments, from long-term boarding to play dates to veterinary care, grooming, dog obedience, any and all. They're doing it so much better. If you love your dog, you love Pet Paradise. Go to petparadise.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There's great effort out there.
Fires deep downfield, wide open, Jamal Agnew, touchdown!
We're going to stay aggressive.
Close to the middle of the field, ball picked off. Rayshon Jenkins running it back.
Number one prized possession on the field is the football.
Gets it to the 20-yard line. The ball came out, the ball is fumbled.
We got to do a better job of protecting it.
I got faith in the team. We've been here before. We know how to get ourselves out of situations.
Next up, Tampa Bay.
Get these spirits turn around, keep fighting. That's what we do.
Jaguars Buccaneers, Sunday at 4 on 1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hey, Jags fans. Renewal by Andersen is a proud partner with your favorite team, and they bring that same commitment to excellence to your home's windows and doors. With their advanced Fibrex material and energy-efficient glass options, their windows and doors are the perfect choice for your next home improvement project. Let them help you bring more light and life into your home. Schedule a complimentary consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CGC 1527613.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Teal and Black were looking for a bright spot offensively under the bright lights at the bank, and a special return from a special star was just what the doctor ordered for Jacksonville. In the third quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find Jamal Agnew for a 65-yard touchdown, making the score 10-7 with 7:15 left in the period. The Agnew score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Hey everyone, Jason Parker, CEO of Performance Painting here. 'Tis the season for giving gifts, and this year our gift to you is waiving the power washing fee when prepping to paint your commercial building or home exterior. That's a $500 to $3,000 savings back in your pocket depending on the square footage. And no matter who you hire, make sure they power wash using the proper methods, which includes being careful around your expensive windows. Learn more at performancepaintingjacks.com or call today at 849-2499.
Performance Painting.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
If your lawn is not as green as you'd like, it's time to go orange by calling Orange Environmental Services, Jacksonville's highest quality pest control for over 45 years. Frank Frangie here. I've trusted Orange Environmental to take care of our home's pest control needs for years. With the Orange Shield Protection Plan for your home or office, you can relax knowing Orange Environmental will handle pest control, termite control, and mosquito control. Orange Environmental has been giving Northeast Florida peace of mind from bug problems since 1972. Call them today at 272-3284.
Need cash and have surfboards, guitars, power tools, or sports equipment? Come sell to Chuck and get top dollar. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Life's expensive. Free yourself from unused items at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn.
Clemson and Kentucky face off in Jacksonville at the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl game. Friday, December 29th at noon. Game tickets are on sale now at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
This is Dr. Turner Vossler, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
As the Jags enter the final 3 games of the season, Coach Peterson still believes their goals are attainable and encouraging the team and fans to stay positive and trust that the Jags will take care of business.
I think so much sometimes we focus on the negative all the time and not the positive. We gotta find the good too and fill our players' heads with positive this time of year, because we feel like we're still a good football team and we play like it at times. Right? It's just offensively didn't look very good at times. But there were moments of you can kind of play with anybody.
Doug Peterson, visit Jaguars.com for more. I'm Molly McDonald with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars Update.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping the sports world spinning with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
Well, Check the Tape Tuesday has become an exercise in pain.
It's like the old days.
I can't listen anymore, Locke. I'm just turning it off.
It's the old days.
Yeah, Check the Tape Tuesday is no longer any fun. I refuse to listen, but I know you got logs and more. What you got coming up
Yeah,
today?
we'll be looking back. There's plenty to look back on from Sunday night this week and try to find a way to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? They got 3 left. They're still in first place in the division right now with 3 games remaining. They need to win at least 2 of these 3.
Do you think one of the 3 teams at 8-6 is going to win all 3 games? Yes or no?
Probably, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And that benefits the Jags, by the way.
It would have to be, Houston or Indianapolis would have to win the next 2 weeks for
Man,
that
we
to
have
happen since they're head-to-head.
I'm struck by the question and the answer, and I'm not saying I disagree with asking the question or the answer you're giving.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we have abandoned ship on our football team. We are facing the easiest 3-game stretch that we've had all year long.
Yep.
And here we are grinding, and we're not going to win all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And again, with all now, I think the way the NFL's gone this year, it's not who you play, it's when you play them. And Tampa suddenly looks like a decent team, but it's amazing to me that that's where we are on our football team.
Even with everything going on,
yeah,
you can feel how you feel about the Tampa game. They ought to beat Carolina and Tennessee.
You would think. I think they ought to win all 3, but I'm with you.
I have a long history of going to Nashville. And I have a long history of watching really good teams get their ass kicked in
Not
Nashville.
last year, friend.
Not last year.
Dougie P's 1-0, baby. 1-0.
Yeah, and the big question, obviously, it's
next week we're going to check a good tape.
Yeah.
Doggone it. That's
It's
Tampa.
the third time we've done that this year, but is Trevor playing?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Right? Like, he played the previous 2 times when we're like, I don't know. When we were at this point in the week going, I don't know if this guy's going to be able to give it a go.
Also fair.
But the concussion protocol this week, so we'll we'll see. C.J. Beathard and, Rourke gets signed off the practice squad yesterday. So
Rourke
right
to
now
New
they got to
England.
sign a quarterback because they need a backup.
Yeah, good point.
Right? Like they have to go through that process, whatever that's going to look like. So they're going to sign somebody.
Welcome home, Nick Foles.
Yeah, we'll see whatever that name's going to be.
Now, today's takeaways brought to you by Key Buick GMC, where our family dealership has been helping families buy vehicles for over 50 years.
Jeff.
My takeaway is this. It was the fun and convenient and package that FSU Georgia would be the you should have given them a look bowl.
Yeah.
And as we get closer, any and everyone is opting out, particularly on the FSU side. Trey Benson joins the cavalcade yesterday. Really the only guy left of consequence is Keon Coleman, and you wonder how much so.
Fiscal play.
It's a shame, and I think it's symptomatic of what the bowl system has become, but that is like the bowl game that could matter, and it's not gonna because no one's gonna play.
Would have been a fun one.
Hey, Will Compton. Christian McCaffrey don't got to go both ways. Give my boy Dewey a shot at safety.
The Mendenhall Bowl. Can't wait. And I'm just sorry I missed the big concert in town last night, E.
Right wave.
Yeah. Shout out.
He was at Bone Crusher down in Tampa. That's going to do it for Catlin Chuck Accessories Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Catch the Jacksonville Jaguars every day.
Jaguars Today from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
With Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony talking teal every weekday from 10 to noon.
Jaguars Today
on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Malfunctions in your electrical panel can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8-SPARKY.
Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
We only have 15 seconds to tell you about our company. We'll make it quick. When you need a plumbing or septic company you can trust, call Duck Duck Rooter. Read our reviews online and you'll see why we are the best. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Budweiser reminds us to one longer, and it's a commitment to responsibility. Remember, good times are ahead, so no need to overdo it. Know when to say when, and always designate a driver.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
To be our best selves, we need to take care of our whole self. That includes your spirit, mind, and your body. At the First Coast YMCA, our members find balance in spirit, mind, and body with unlimited group exercise classes, adult sports league, health coaching, and programs designed for chronic disease prevention. And when the Jaguars win, you win. We're waiving the joining fee the day after a Jaguars win, all season long. Use promo code DUVAL or visit the First Coast YMCA near you and find your why at fcymca.org.
Perfect Rag Billiards in Murray Hill is your spot to be for all your football needs. Full liquor bar, 8 pool tables, darts, and shuffleboard. Weekend specials include happy hour all day Friday to $3 seltzer Saturdays, along with wing and pitcher specials on Sunday. Watching the Jag game, $19 domestic buckets on game day. There isn't a better place to play pool, have a beer, and just kick back. Perfect Rack Billiards on Edgewood and Murray Hill. The best place in Jax to watch sports.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You know, since I dropped my pounds with Awaken 180 back in September, I've had a lot of comments about how I looked. In fact, somebody just the other day said, hey, you look like you lost your spare tire. Honestly, they're not that far off. Picture this, a bulky, awkward car tire, 26 pounds or so. That's exactly what I was lugging around before Awaken 180. Did it take me 3 months, 6 months? Nah. 26 pounds gone in just over 1 month. Imagine slicing through air, feeling light like a sports car, not a clunky sedan with extra baggage. Imagine where you would be by the end of January if you started Awaken 180 today. Maybe down 20, 30 pounds. Why not just do it? The program is simple. The coaching is awesome. The results are even better. No meds, no starvation, no gym. And unlike the meds, you'll have a plan to keep the weight off when you're done. Free support for life, folks, so why wait? Give Awaken 180 a shout at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com and ditch that spare tire.
It's the biggest, brightest end of the year clearance sale at First Coast Lighting and Fans on Phillips Highway. Get 40 to 60% off display lighting, fans, and home decor to make room for new merchandise.